We are the creators empowering the future of visual and sound design through advanced technology and community relationships that foster unlimited growth for future generations to come. We are IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. There is no limit to what we do. Design, create, and empower.
IAXISRADIO. You are now locked in.
Wake up to IAXISRADIO in the morning.
The future of radio and podcast.
Your number one station.
You are now locked in. The future of radio and podcast.
Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast when we talk about relationships from the male's point of view. But we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so come to the front of the congregation. We're going to start some trouble.
IAXISRADIO.
You are watching IAXISRADIO and podcast live. Welcome to our show. Now let's go.
IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Yeah. You already know what it is. Get behind enemy lines. With WIZZ and Gatekeeper on IAXISRADIO, the future of radio and podcast. They ain't gonna play with y'all. Let's get it.
It's been a while since I made the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't forget knowing, girl. I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes.
What's the best way to tell you I love you without falling flat? More flowers and cards, you got a ton of that. More trips up the coast, maybe with a toast. You see I'm putting in time, really need to vote. Head full of these words, only one to quote. I choose you over the gold, that's the end quote. What I don't say, I attempt to show. On a journey through light, I'm guided by your glow. So best when you check yes over no. Have a question how I'm feeling, ain't no letting go. Center of my world, you a living pearl. Say it to the world like I do to you. When I can't find the words, it be getting tough. You put a hold on the time when I get a touch. Get your mind out the gutter, I don't mean that. On this page I write facts and I know that.
Since I told you I love you, it's been a while since I made the times I did you wrong. You know I get so busy and you sticking with me is something that I don't forget knowing, girl. I'm gonna show you how much I love you, how much I need you. I want you to know that I appreciate you sometimes. I know how to say it, girl.
Most of the time I'm too focused on the grind to even let our home problems cross my mind. I knew I should've took a step back from my rhymes, but I thought dollar signs and half nigga dimes. That really was fives, it never was true. I don't even know how I got above you. I should've stayed home, but I ran into the road. Kept sneaking out, heart being cold. Looking at you now, I finally understand. It took me a while to turn into this man. I knew I had it in me, many nights felt empty. Without you, baby, what would it really be? I'll never forget the storm tearing down every farm. On the nights when it's cold, I'll keep you warm. Word on everything, I
We
put
gonna
that
keep you warm.
You'll never feel like you're lonely.
It's been a while since I
Yes. Welcome back. Happy Saturday, okay? This is Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast where we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. For you that don't know, I am the gatekeeper. This is my partner in crime.
What up? This is WIZZ.
Yeah, we here every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m., but we had daylight saving time only in our part of the Bronx, all right? So don't need to adjust your screens. This is where you are supposed to be, okay? Yes. We got a fun-filled show for y'all, so what we need y'all to do, we need y'all to tune in, all right? We're going to have y'all call 10, 20, 30, and then tell those 40, 50 to get 100, 200, and have them all log into our show right now, okay?
So we you can line up with us.
Okay, we're going to line up. That's what WIZZ said. We're going to line up, all right? Shout out to the people that's in the building. I can see you. What's going on, guys? Everything is well. We glad that you tuned in. We got a fun-filled show for y'all. We're going to get right to it, okay? Listen, it's not hard to find us, all right? Behind the Enemy Lines is everywhere, okay? WIZZ, tell them where they can find us at.
You can find us on YouTube. Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, 365 Live.
And when all else fails, you can go right to the IAXISRADIO app. We got our own app now, ladies and gentlemen, and it has a full list, a roster of shows you can see throughout the week, okay? And also shows of Tug of War and Behind the Enemy Lines. We don't want to hear no excuse that you can't find us, ladies and gentlemen.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube and get down with us, all right? We talk about different types of topics, all right? And we talk about everything that's going on, all right? Shout out to Melissa Jones in the building, and happy birthday again to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? I know her birthday just passed yesterday. And also, before we get into it, happy birthday to Sandy Salter, my mom. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you. We just talked about this, right? You're part of the group. You started off earlier, then you don't sing the rest of the song. You don't get fined for that, man. From the top. 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Get a tune. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to say. Happy birthday to you. You got to mind WIZZ, man. He's off and on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's in. We appreciate y'all all, man. Family, what's popping? We're about to get into it. You guys, happy birthday for Mama Love. That's going out there, okay? Listen, we already know what time it is. We got the pressure check happening about 6 or something. We'll get there. The pressure check is a segment where we might call someone to have some people call in so they can tell us if we right or wrong when it comes to the topic, right? We got the wild card that's happening, okay? The wild card is where we switch it up. If you don't like what we're talking about, we can talk about whatever's going on in the world right now. I'm saying whether it's, you know, is the Gen Z crazy or is it the 80s babies that's still causing trouble out there? If you don't like what Donald Trump's doing, if wherever you've been, we got it, all right? And if you don't have a topic, we have a topic for you, ladies and gentlemen. We got a video we gonna show, okay? And it's real simple, okay? Did Dad do the right thing or is he petty? Shout out to my brother Jax in the building, Jackson Million. Make sure you put your contact information for your music, and also let everybody know where they can go to support your little son that's doing great things with his baseball career. Young man is out there looking like, you know, a young Manny Ramirez. You know what I'm saying? Hitting home runs. I appreciate him, man. He look good out there. Jax, shout out to the family, everybody in the 518 that's making it happen. Once again, all right, so that's the wild card and the pressure check, okay? The wild card and the pressure check is going to happen. Today's topic, we're going to get into it in a minute. Today's topic, all right, it's a touchy one. And it's a touchy one on purpose. D-Chorus in the building. Shout out to my brother D-Chorus. Always here to support the family. Make sure y'all go check him out, you know what I'm saying? Power for the hour. Make sure y'all go and check him out. Listen, the topic, okay? Take 2. Every now and then, life is like a movie. That's what they say, right? So sometimes the first take ain't well. You got to have a take 2, okay? And in a relationship, the take 2 is when you stay with somebody, okay? But the trust has been broken, okay? How do you move forward with someone that has broken the trust, all right? That's going to be today's topic. And I want y'all to tell the truth because a lot of people is holding on. I want to know, is trust even the most important thing in a relationship? Is it?
Yes.
You think it is?
Trust.
I'll leave it to the people to put in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the most important thing, man. You know how I feel about it, but we're going to get to it. It's one of the cements.
It's the one of the mix that you have to put into a relationship.
Who decided that trust was so important?
Because if you don't have trust, how are you going to be with you?
I don't trust you, but we have a great relationship.
I'm saying.
I don't trust you. No, I don't trust you. You walk around with a Dallas Cowboy star. I don't trust you.
Well, you know, me being a Dallas Cowboy fan makes them seem I'm loyal.
No. See,
I'm loyal.
No, you ain't loyal.
I'm loyal.
You might be close to stupid, but
Dallas
ain't loyal.
Cowboys
You might be
fans
close
is
to
always
stupid,
loyal.
but not loyal. You know what I'm saying?
Loyal.
But that's
Come
why I
on.
said we
Every
can't
year,
stand each
we
other.
the first ones
but
saying
we
them
get
boys.
along for the next 2 hours. But do
That's
I
right.
trust him? No.
Yes.
Hell no. Stick a knife right in my back when it comes
This
game
boy
time.
is loyal.
What?
Yes, I am.
Don't fall for that. So that's today's topic, okay? So before we get to it, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, let's lock in and have some fun. And then when we get to it, all right, at about 6:45, a little bit later, you know what I'm saying, we got what we call Chucky's Cut. Chucky's Cut is our artist segment where we try to turn strangers into family, okay? Support, all right? Support. All these people want to make it in the world, and they think they can do it without support, okay?
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it is, sometimes it's not the people, you know what I'm saying, that you trust, that's family, that's close, is going to be those ones that help you get over. So even though I don't trust you, I'm glad we have a great relationship because you've been helping catapult me and everybody else that I've met so far through my new journey in life with podcasting have been strangers, you know what I'm saying, but they making us grow. So we try to do the same thing and put some other strangers in the lights and give them a chance. Now, we play music, but it don't just got to be music. Spoken word, you know what I'm saying? Flute music, beats, DJ, scratching. We even had a couple battles, okay? So today's artist on Chucky's Cut is Gatekeeper 718, and y'all gonna vote to keep a killer track, you know what I'm saying? And this one was special because today marks our 4-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. 4-year anniversary of Behind the Enemy Lines, IAXIS Radio. Over 100 episodes, 111 episodes, and we still going strong. And what was special that I put myself on is because when I first came across WIZZ as just an artist, way before we did any podcasts and things, you know, he played his my music on his show at the time, you know what I'm saying? Because he was still doing this A&R thing. And he said, yo, send me in your music. He's always been a supporter of Better Green Entertainment and Gatekeeper and all the artists that's under the label. So what way to bring in an anniversary while playing one of my tracks that's unreleased. So y'all get to hear that. Scarlet is the name of the track. And we're gonna see it was going produced by Cannibal Blaze, and y'all gonna get to hear that later. So we're gonna get ready to get into it, but before we do, we want to get into some of our sponsors, and we appreciate y'all a lot for all y'all do. Okay, we're gonna start first and foremost with Voice to Life Tea. All right, brought to you by Vocals by Jamel. It's good for arguing, you know what I'm saying? It's good for love making. It's good for keeping warm, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you see those voices, the music right there on the label, she's a vocal coach, right? So if you do any public speaking, you do any singing, you do any talking, you might want to get some of this Vocals by Jamel tea that number one tastes great, but also allows you to keep the pipes, to keep the plumbing working properly.
So you know what I mean? Sing like Joe.
Yeah, so you can do your wee wee. Oh, you like that battle? How you feel about the battle?
I love Joe, man.
You love Joe?
I love Joe.
Wee wee and woo woo.
Donnell was good for breaking up.
Good for breaking up?
He was like this, like, yo, when you love someone, you shouldn't treat them bad.
You shouldn't treat them bad. That is true. She said, congratulations, thank you. And once again, you can start to put it in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, what you believe, okay? How do you move on with someone that has broken the trust? You can leave it in the chat. Can you move on with someone that's broken the trust barrier in a relationship and still have a successful relationship? That's going to be the topic. Our second sponsor for the day, you know what I'm saying? Ken Candelis, you know what I mean? Shout out to Metal Mastermind. It's there right there, ladies and gentlemen. Go and check them out, man. Create your own sound. It's right there. Now, they specialize in metal music. But Ken Candelis himself is a certified engineer, okay? Beautiful studio, beautiful ear for music. So if you're looking to get any music mixed and mastered, make sure you go and check them out, okay? So like I said, metal is what they love to do as their profession, you know what I mean? But they're also trained to break down any genre of music, okay? He teaches that SAE, and he does teach at 4 other schools. The music engineer is really what he does. So if you're interested in getting your music mixed and mastered, it ain't gonna be cheap now, you know what I'm saying? But you pay for what you want, right? That's what they say, right, Wiz? So if you want a good product, you know what I'm saying, put your money behind what you're talking about, okay? Number 3, okay, I was in the barbershop getting fly yesterday. Shout out to my barber, you know what I'm saying, getting me right. And then he put me on to some products that they make, you know what I'm saying, for the facials, for the ladies that stay right, you know what I'm saying. He even got like a little French sexy name, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's called Latel, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you go and get it. And now this product is coming to you with something special, okay. If you want to know the name of the barbershop, it's called Flavor in Your Hair. You can catch them on 3400 Mickelson Avenue in the Bronx, New York. Go and check them out, okay. But now, Flavor in Your Hair. Go and check them out. It's in the Bronx, 3400 Mickle, you know what I'm saying? Al, can you bring that back up for a second? Because I want y'all to see that. It's not just a flyer, okay?
See how she glowing?
Not just the product that they selling, they're also giving jobs out there. Look at that. Get paid to help post this product. That's so right. You ladies and gentlemen that are watching right now have an opportunity to get unbroke for a minute, okay? You get unbroke for a minute. Now, if you're serious about the internet and what you do, take a serious look at this flyer, okay? Fill out the information, ladies and gentlemen, and send in your information, and then they look at your information. If you're serious about your business, not only can you get a chance to test out some great product, you also, if you make the cut, everybody don't make the cut. It's like Chucky's cut, Al. Everybody don't make the cut. But if you make the cut, you can get to promote the product and also get paid to promote the product. So make sure you reach out, and shout out to my man Ahmed and all the other barbers that's down there doing their thing at the barber shop. Go and check them out, you know what I'm saying? Flavor in Your Hair. And not only, WIZZ, one time, not only do they have haircut going on down there, they got, you know, the salon part as well. There's ladies down there that's doing dreads and all that other good stuff. It's a very nice environment, very homely environment. You know, you can go in there and they can throw some dreads on there for you, hook you up, get you right.
Now I'm going
to
Turkey
get you right.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? You don't got to keep that baldy. You know what I'm saying?
No,
go check my people out. They'll get you
I'm
right.
going to see them, but I got to go to Turkey
They'll get you right.
first.
The ladies over there get you right. So not only just to get haircuts, if you want to get your dreads retwisted or retwist or braids, whatever you got, they also got the ladies on the other side of the shop, making sure they get it done as well. So go and check them out. And if you want to get paid, go look at the flyer and see if you make the cut to go on with that. Also, Links, adult game night, all right? And then we're going to get into the topic after this. Links, the adult game night, all right? Shout out to them. They having their 4-year anniversary this Sunday as well, you know what I'm saying? So I've been asked to host with them. So if you ain't got nothing to do, but even if you got something to do, pop on out, you know what I'm saying, to come and rock with the Links, the adult game night and showcase, all right? It's going to be great food, great environment, great music, live DJs, adult games. And when I say adult games, get your mind out the gutter. We're not talking about kinky games. We're talking about
that guy.
You know that guy?
I know that guy.
You might know that guy. He's all right, man. He's all right. He tries. They have adult games like Uno, you know what I'm saying? They do interactive games. It's a full bar, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes they got the jerk chicken going on outside, and they got food on the inside as well. So make sure y'all come on out and have a good time. It starts at 6 o'clock. They wrap out about 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Come on out and support the Links. Shout out to the whole Links team, franchise, Ty, Ism. Y'all doing a great thing. You know what I'm saying? My man Bill on the ones and twos and all the new affiliates that work with the Links, man. They're doing a great thing out there. So thank you to all the sponsors for supporting us. If you want to support the IAXIS Radio brand or Behind the Enemy Lines or Tug of War, you can reach out to me at Gatekeeper 718 on any platform, Tyrone Green on Facebook, or you just want to email me. That's the easiest way. Email me, bhlfamily52@yahoo.com. All right, there's many ways to get in touch with me, but there, right there, you can send me the music if you want to be on Chucky's Cut, if you want to be interviewed, if you want to come on the co-host, if you think about you want to be on the network. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't make the cut, but I hook you up with Al. I'm not gatekeeping. I am the gatekeeper that opens the gates. Does that make sense, WIZZ?
That's right. No.
Does that make sense, WIZZ?
It does. It makes sense.
Okay, we not holding the gates. We opening them. So if you got the talent, you want to get in the mix, feel free, to reach out to us, and we can make things happen. So like I said, that's that Coca-Cola, Every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m., we make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. You can find us right there. The call-in number, I'm going to give it to y'all right now. The line isn't open yet. But if you feel like you're not typing fast enough and you want to call in, okay, 914-719-6917. Once again, 914-719-6917, all right? So y'all can call in and say what y'all want to say as well. And we about to get into these topics, all right? So like I said, Behind the Enemy Lines, we talk about relations from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. So come on, strap in with us, as the young boys say, line up. Ain't no pause. You're going to start your stuff again. This is a grown man conversation, right? We don't do the pause around here, right? If you got a problem with me having my banana, that's on you, okay? I'm gonna have my banana. For all you other freaky freaks out there that got a problem with people eating and you got something going on with you, don't bring me into your chaotic world, all right? Leave me alone. Don't pause me. I want to eat my food, man.
I'm the first person who ate a banana with a fork and a spoon.
You're wasting your time. You ain't in France nowhere, man. So let's get right to the topic, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's get it.
Take 2, okay? How do you move on with someone that has broken the trust? I'm asking y'all, is it possible to move on with someone that has broken the trust? Wiz, we're going to start with you. Is it possible?
No.
No, it's not?
It'll take a while to heal.
It'll take a while to heal?
It's going to take a while to heal.
So why are so many people still in relationships? Because it's over like 70% that I was reading in one study where people go back into that relationship after the trust has been broken. So you're saying no easily, but you telling me there's never been a time in a situation where you don't got to be an updated situation. I mean, you're an older gentleman. You're an older gentleman. We got to keep it 100.
It has to be a situation. Are they living together or are they still dating?
I don't care if they living together or dating. Why do you feel like that's making a difference?
If they're living together, it's because New York rent is high.
New York rent is, so we're gonna put that on. We're gonna put that on the list. We're gonna put that on the list. We're gonna put that on the list. Your rent is more important than trust. So then, why does everybody always start with, okay, well, you know what? If I trust you, I can be in a relationship with you. If I trust you, that means I love you. Is trust really the most important thing when it comes to a relationship?
And I got another one. Because the market, I'm saying dating is crazy. So you stay with the person you know. You know he's a piece of shit or she's a piece of shit. You want to stay with a person that you know is, rather than start and rebuilding it and then find out that person's the same. So a lot of people stay with a person they know.
So if you're staying, right, because of fear, because that's definitely on the list, because ladies and gentlemen, and we would like y'all to get in the chat and let us know, is it possible to fix a relationship after the trust has been broken? You know, y'all are the third party to what we bring to the situation, because a lot of people like to lie and say, you know what, I can't move on because I don't trust him. But you still here.
Why you still?
Most men still come back and you don't trust the shorty. It'd be a lot of toxicity that's going on, but somewhere along the line, that becomes the connection part. How is that happening? If trust is so important, why isn't it when trust is broken, people walk away and don't come back? Why are so many people still sticking around in a relationship? So you said it's because the rent is high. So if your rent is high, when we getting together, don't ask me or say that it's a staple in the relationship that you and I have to have trust when you really just want me for the rent. You really just want me to support you.
Unforged partnership. Because where you gonna go? Some people are stuck.
Listen, you're not stuck. You're more scared than stuck. And like I said, we got a little pamphlet that we're gonna put together because we really want to highlight the person in the situation that is trying to save the relationship. They wasn't the one that stepped out. But there's a traumatic part that happens, you know what I'm saying, where you're that person. So you didn't break the trust. We're in the relationship and my trust got broken. Someone stepped out on me. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say step out, there's different types of step out. So everybody wants to, and I think that's a part too that people like to hate on. You know what I'm saying? They was like, oh, well, you know what? He didn't fully cheat. He just looked at a picture. He didn't fully cheat. She slid into his DM. He didn't fully step out the line because they never consummated the love. You know what? He went on a date, but we were on a break. So there's all these different levels that make up the excuse. But I think it's just straight up and down. Trust isn't that important in a relationship.
It depends on the what they broke. It's harder if it's emotional type of, which is deeper. A physical or emotional. Would you accept and forgive somebody who cheats on you emotionally or physically?
The statistics say it really don't matter, because if you have something that is needed and wanted from that person, you're going to forgive them anyway. You're going to go back anyway. So like you said, if the rent is due $700 you only got $150.
Well, I'm saying, do you trust
Do
him
you
to pay
care?
the rent on time?
Do you care? You know what I'm saying? That he was sugar beer with mama, you know what I'm saying, to get that money so he could give it to you so the rent can be paid. Does it really matter? Have you become accustomed to the program and just complain about trust as a second nature type of thing? Because I feel a lot of people complain about it and make it a staple and say that, oh, it's trust, I need trust. It's trust, I need trust. Who put together the relationship contract and put trust as like the top 3 things in the relationship that has to happen for us to have a successful and good relationship? I trust you to took the chicken out for dinner, but when I got home, it was still frozen.
Oh, wow.
Trust.
That's an honest mistake.
There wasn't a mistake with it.
That's an honest mistake.
There wasn't no honest
Sometimes it'd be
mistake.
an honest mistake. Sometimes you could be like, I need you to do something, and then you be like, you on the way home, be like, oh shit, me hurry up.
So should I have trusted you? Or should I know I can't expect anything because we talked about that before, expectations. So is trust really an expectation? Is trust an expectation?
It could be, too.
And if we talked about it, Big Rich, the ruler's in the building. How you doing? Big Rich is in the building.
Let's ask Big Rich real quick, man. We know you just came in, right? Okay.
Yeah, we want to praise the Lord because you don't need the church for this. Ask him, Wiz.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think trust has a heavy value in relationship?
Who said it was the most important? Al, you might have to give him a mic, Al. You might have to give him a mic, Al. You might have to, we don't got to put him on screen, but people got to hear what he just said because you just said it was one of the most important. But you, without trust, you had nothing. He don't want trust. He want the rent paid. He say he need the rent. So the rent is more higher than the trust. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just asking the love doctor.
He is the love doctor. He is the love doctor.
I'm saying
the love doctor. The love doctor said that trust is number one. Who put together the 10 commandments of relationship and put trust number one? Who? Where did it start? I still have good sex. I still have cuddling.
Is that important to you?
For some people, yes. I'm speaking for the people that scared to speak in the chat because I put together a list of 10 things that people have said that are very important. Love was rated up there more than trust. Happiness, you know what I'm saying? They was willing to deal with homeboy or homegirl as long as they still came back and got some happiness out the deal. Children was up on the list higher than that. Sex and compatibility was up there. Financial stability. That's where WIZZ started. WIZZ started with financial.
So you'd rather have money, sex,
don't put drugs in there. Don't put drugs in there.
Over trust?
Yeah, trust don't exist.
Trust don't exist?
No, it's a lie. It's a gimmick. It's a gaffle.
So if you don't have trust in a relationship, then what do you have, bro?
I have a relationship with reality. I'm having reality relationship.
I'm gonna say this.
What?
I'm gonna say this. Social media messed it up for everything.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's no value.
But did social media mess it up or did it just highlight it quicker or what was going on? Because see, back when my moms and them was acting up, we still had the payphone. You had to go through the payphone and wait about 20 dimes before somebody could find out, unless you was on the block watching 227 and 227 was giving up the information. So these things was already happening. The computer just made it more, I can see that right here, right now. So don't blame it on AI. AI is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's the folks now that's getting exposed. Trust doesn't exist, man. Trust doesn't exist. I expect certain things to happen. I don't trust me. Leave me with a batch of cookies and trust me.
Always say that he don't trust himself.
What?
But I say it's all about the value.
That's what I say. Value is what I say. I'm trying to steal my word.
But if you don't have trust, the value lowers.
Yeah.
Sex can come and go. You can have sex with anybody. You can go have sex with the chick across the street.
I'm glad you said
chick. But across the street, you know what I'm saying, could be some good stuff going on.
What he's about to say.
What?
I'm glad you said chick.
You said he's glad he said chick. Ladies and gentlemen, the love doctor's in the building. You know what I mean? The love doctor's in the building. Make sure y'all check him on our IAXIS radio. So he said trust is at the apex. And a lot of people say trust is at the apex. But once that trust gets broken, because this is what we're talking about, the person that gave you that trust, right? You damaged it, all right? So now the person that didn't do nothing wrong has taken you back. Today's question is, how does that person move on with you? Because that person can't just go back and put trust right back on the top of the list because you just got caught doing something.
She's gonna move. He or she gonna move differently once the trust is broken.
So what is that person working on to make the relationship work if it's not trust? That's what I'm trying to ask, okay? Because you have a lot of people, and shout out to Vocals by Jamel, she's in the building.
What up?
You have a lot of these people that are in relationships and they look toxic, they look angry, they look mad, they look like they're not happy one minute, then happy another. And I think because they're only functioning on that one level, which is trust. I feel like it's many levels that have to work together for the relationship to be successful. Mm-hmm. And I think the trust can be broken and it can be regained again through time. But I think for the person that got the trust broken, I don't think they ever go back to fully trusting that person. Do you think they ever go back to fully trusting that person?
It's gonna take years. It'll take years. It's not like you went behind her back and you drunk her soda and it's gone. She come back looking for soda and you drunk it. You just like, I ain't drinking. I'm saying, but my whole thing is trust. Once you break it, people, you can say I'm going across the streets. They're not gonna believe you. I don't know you telling the truth.
But see, and that's why
I was with Gatekeeper doing the show. I was on the. You can see me here. They wouldn't believe you.
See, and when I was having this conversation with a person, right, and they asked me straight out flat, well, how could you move on with someone that has broken your trust? And I said I had to find other things that was more important to me in a relationship that was trust. And that's why I say that's why trust doesn't exist.
Oh, the
but
value.
For me, I went to value. You understand what I'm saying? And then I said, well, if that person values me, then hopefully they'll think twice before they do X, Y, Z. Temptation was all up and down the Bible, right, Al? Is temptation happening in almost every chapter?
Every day.
So if the spiritual forces had trouble with temptation and trust, what am I going to do? And I'm just a little old human. I have to work at it daily. You know what I mean? And then if I value you, so whatever your word is, and shout out to Vocals by Jamel, she said that's true. You'll never trust them again. So if you really never trust somebody again, then can trust be at the center as the main glue in your relationship?
Yeah.
Do we have to reallocate where trust is falling in the list? And this is once again for the person that didn't break the trust. They've been staying down. They ain't acting up. You ain't catch them in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you getting tit for tat. We're not talking about that.
Because how many times, okay, the person would be a repeat offender?
It could be a million. It could be a million. If the person, once again, and we don't want you to be in a relationship where you're getting taken advantage of. We're not saying that. And that's definitely on my list. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a plan of action that I want to talk about too for the person that didn't break the rules and things that you could do to work it out. Because
Gate,
go ahead.
You're saying that you should not be in a relationship, right, where you're being abused, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen for myself, right, both Wiz and Rich are relationships with football teams, man, that are abusive to them, God. They always losing. They could never win a game, and these guys stay wanting to be Giants and Steelers fans. I don't get it.
I mean, these Cowboys and Steelers, they
owe us 1 year.
They must.
That's it.
What?
They owe us for a couple years, the Steelers.
Because see,
you know what I'm saying, but we came back and beat them.
No, but I say, Al, you know what I say to that? I think there's a trick word in there.
Trust that.
No, not trust. See, their word that they took over trust, Al, is loyalty. So when they look in the mirror, they say, I'm being loyal, so it's going to turn around. So they didn't have a plan of action to go with the word loyalty. So when they see things ain't working out, they could come on home to the New York Giants.
But the problem is, they're taking that word loyalty and saying that I'm going to trust that my team going to win.
They're lying to themselves. See, you can't. And that's going back to what Wiz said. How many times can you go through it? Listen, trust can be broken and restored. However, it takes work and faith.
Amen
now,
to that.
How long, though? How long?
And that's what I'm saying, you know, because when something gets broken, when you put it back together, it's never the same.
There's always a chip.
It's never the same.
There's always a chip somewhere.
It's never the same.
Right.
So can it really be restored? Or do you have to, what's number 5 or number 4 on my action list? Do you have to build a new relationship instead of trying to fix the old one? Do you have to really start from scratch? And once again, reallocate where things is, that's more important. Because if you don't trust a person, but y'all staying together because y'all got children together, you know what I'm saying? Is it really gonna work out?
You know,
Or as soon as they get to college, you know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have the typical, now we finally can say I hate you and you hate me and we go our ways.
You know, Gate, the real mending and trust has to do with forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean where they say they forgive you, but they're always bringing up the situation. Okay, it's really about them being willing to put that thing so far behind them that it never has to be spoken again, and lead forward with that point to be able to rebuild what you once had.
You know what's funny, and it's crazy you said that, because I was reading this one study that talked about it, and it said to actually not do that, what you just said, that way, because it kind of makes it worse on the person that didn't break the trust. It's like, okay, you know what? The conversation may come up, but don't bring it up to cause trouble. You understand what I'm saying? But don't be afraid if something does come up and you have to say, hey, you know what? Yeah, that did happen in, you know what I'm saying, 2020. But hey, you know, we did X, Y, Z. We went to counseling and, you know, this is how we're building past that. Because you might have certain friends or certain people that are just not great people. You know, those type of people that can't wait to be like, girl, I know you ain't still with him. You know, the last time he put on that Billie Jean belt, you know what happened. You know what I'm saying? He was at Becky's house. That couldn't be me. And then, you know, you got certain fellas, you know what I'm saying? Like when y'all shared that video last episode with the guy breaking up the girl house because she went out with her friends and she didn't make it back the next night, so he broke into her house and was tearing everything up live on the internet. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Like I said, the internet.
And then the funny thing is, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna take him back because they're gonna say he had an emotional moment. It was a breakdown, and you know what? I trust him. No, I'm gonna trust that he might break my refrigerator again. You might want you got evidence of that.
But did he do all that because he didn't trust her? Because he
Yes.
did.
Yes.
No, because she
Yes.
did something.
It doesn't matter. Once again, if you don't have a plan of action, and this is what we're gonna get to at the end of the day. First of all, if you're the person that's taking the person back, all right, you have to put steps in place to prepare you because tendencies say that it may happen again. So when it does happen again, you can't do the same thing. 'Cause what they say, Al, if you keep doing the same thing, get the same result.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
It just
Fool me
becomes
once,
a cycle of crazy.
fool me once, shame on me. Now, you can't fool me twice. That's what Kanye said when his album, right? You can't fool me twice. You understand what I'm saying? So the first time, we gonna give you a clean slate. But as that person that forgave, or that person, we gotta be more honest too. The person that broke the line of trust, don't think because that person took you back, they're not traumatically going through something in that moment.
Right.
So don't just think tomorrow it's gonna be all good. I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna stay on time, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They're really looking for when you're not gonna do it again. And that was one on my list as well. You know what I'm saying? When you take back that person, is it coming with a probation officer now? Are you gonna be the probation officer, Al? WIZZ, are you signing up for a relationship, or are you signing up to be a probation officer? Because if you're gonna be a probation officer, hey, they hiring, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well go and do the job.
See, but
I refuse to be in a relationship and be a probation officer, Al.
Yeah, but that comes with the word expectation. If you're that probation officer, that means that there are guidelines and characteristics that go along with what you have to do in order for you to be released from that probation. So there's an expectation. And with expectations, like I always say, it's a bad word because it becomes emotional. You know what I mean? Because when that expectation is not met, of course, the first disappointment comes, right? That first emotion. And then after that, you know, you're talking crazy because things ain't lining up, and then anger, and then you back to square one because now you're both pissed off because things aren't being met.
Yeah, and that's real. You know what I'm saying? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Behind the Enemy Lines on IAXIS Radio. Every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. I am Gatekeeper with my brother Wiz. We got the voice in the building, in the love doctor. Today's topic, okay? Take two, okay? You messed up in the first take. Take two, okay? How do you move on with someone who broke the trust? Is it possible? Wiz said no. You know what I'm saying? Al, is it possible?
It's possible.
It's possible.
But it depends on the maturity of the individuals involved and how much they're willing to put behind them so they can move forward.
The love
and it
doctor
has to be an agreement on both sides.
The love doctor said it's not possible.
Not possible. I
Not
don't
possible.
agree. Because every time you do something that makes me think about what you did, it's going to come back. So it can't happen.
And what do we call it?
Yeah.
Triggering.
Triggering.
But it's
I'm
about
with you, Wiz. We ain't doing that.
Triggering.
But there's
So
over
what happened to the
70% of
mature
relationships
people?
that do it. There's about 70% of relationships that do it.
Right.
They get back and like Davis just said a minute, it can be rebuilt. Is she lying to herself saying that the trust can be rebuilt? Wiz?
You're always going to remember that situation. Like Wiz said a little while ago, you go out.
Mm-hmm.
You come home a little bit later. The first thing a man's going to think is, oh, she probably was with that dude who she did it with.
Now she got to break the refrigerator.
You found out that your lady made love to another man. Every time you make love to her, you're going to think about her making love to somebody else. And
Or is she thinking about him?
Yeah, she's thinking about it. Now, on Al's perspective, he would think about another guy he made love to. So that's my bad, y'all.
Shots fired. What is going on? What's going on here?
Hey, hold on.
Al,
Yo, put him out the building.
fight back, Al.
Put him out the building.
Chucky said fight back, Al.
Now, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to embarrass him.
Fight back. No.
No, but I gotta say something. Now I'm gonna put this out there.
Put it out there.
Now we all know.
Whoa, Wiz, don't tell us. Don't tell us. You
No.
too.
Go ahead,
Don't do
Wiz.
that.
No,
You too.
no,
He's a
no,
cowboy.
no.
What you expect?
Okay.
No.
Y'all.
No, but I'm just saying. You look at the aspect of this is gonna be like, oh snap, Bill Clinton and Hillary. We all know what he did with Monica.
He said, I never had fellatio with that woman.
She stayed. Did she stay? Is the trust still there, or does it stay there because it works for the business?
But that's what I'm saying.
partnership they have.
But that's what I'm saying. Are we only looking at trust when we're at the bottom of our relationships and we don't have a lot of other things built around the relationship? So trust is catapulted to such a high staple. You understand what I'm saying? Because once again, trust is easy to fumble. Okay? Because depending on what certain people think is disrespecting that trust line. If I stare at a girl too long, and nowadays it seems like everybody wearing spandex anyway. Spandex is the optimum wear for every woman now. You understand what I'm saying? So if I'm looking at shorty in the spandex too long, did I cheat? Did I break the line? Am I not to be trusted?
No, but it's just like the gentle. I mean, like a woman seeing Idris Elba. Oh, he's fine. I mean, that's not really like.
For some people, that'll get the refrigerator broke in your house.
To me, it went like this. If I see my girl Sanaa Lathan.
Oh my
I don't
God,
think
here
Al
we
want to
go.
hear that.
No,
Ladies
Wiz,
and gentlemen,
Wiz,
we got
Wiz,
the gun line.
Wiz,
I don't want
Wiz,
y'all to see nobody
Wiz.
get shot today.
Wiz, I will turn your mic off right now.
All right,
Don't play.
turn his mic off. Turn his mic off.
Al, don't worry about it. She still hear me.
Oh, so Al shouldn't trust that she's not hitting.
Yeah, that.
See, and that word trust, like I said, I think I don't know where, and that's why I said I like to talk to different people, get their perspective on different things. You know what I'm saying? Because I do agree with all you guys that, you know, and as a man, I've been in situations. You understand what I'm saying? Where you do think about situations, but because the maturity and growth, you know what I mean, I was able not to act on those thoughts. You know what I mean? We're all human. We're going to think about things, but do you have to act on them?
Right. So, Gary, I like the way you put that, man. Like, as a man, you know, you act on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But for Rich, as a woman, he wouldn't know how to act on it. You know?
Oh
what I
my
mean?
God! This
so
shot's
we gotta
being
understand,
fired,
man,
ladies and gentlemen.
His
This
opinion
shot's
really don't
being
count.
Fired. People in the chat, you can also call in right now.
right.
You know
Call
what I'm
and let
saying?
us
To
know
let
your
us know
opinion.
what you think about it, because you know, like I said, if it doesn't come with stipulations, you know what I'm saying? Can you build back the trust? That's what we talked about a minute ago when it came back with the probation officer. Do you have to have my passcode now to help build back the trust? You know what I mean? Do I have to cut off some friends? You know what I'm saying?
The phone got to be up.
Do I got to share my location every 5 minutes? You know what I'm saying? Do I got to be in a house at a certain time? Are those things really going to build back the trust, or is that just a fake wall that I'm putting up while I'm still dealing with my personal feelings?
So can I ask you one question?
Go ahead.
And I'm going to go around the room. With your lady, gatekeeper, now, do y'all have their locations on your phone?
Yes. No.
You do?
I don't.
You don't? Al?
Nope.
Okay. The reason I ask you is because that's one of the main things I'm talking about when it comes to trust. Now, the only person that said yes was WIZZ. WIZZ. The reason that you have your lady location on your phone is
For safety reasons.
safety.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was a good one.
He walked right in. He did that. He laid that up. He laid that. Yeah.
I like that.
Yo, a lot of dudes just stole a gym right there. They gonna start using that one. I got it for safety.
My daughter, I even got my daughter's locations.
Don't bring the kids in it. Don't bring the kids in it. Don't bring the kids in it. Don't bring the kids in it.
I'm gonna look to see, like, okay, let's make sure she's good.
Rich, but that's the second part of this question. You should have asked that. How often do you look? Because see, if you're looking every 5 minutes, it ain't got nothing to do with safety.
Well, I believe that. I really believe that location. Like, this is another thing that you're saying with these students. To me, I think with the location situation, when a man does that, I would never ask for a woman's location.
Yeah, I never.
But like he's saying, for safety would be the only reason. Like if she's going somewhere, she'd be like, yo, I'm going somewhere, boom, 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 and that's one thing. But in the relationship, you have to have trust that you don't.
I don't got trust.
Right.
Yeah, that's trust.
No, I think certain people will say they would take communication over trusting. You know what I'm saying? If you communicate, oh, this is where I'm going, I want you to have that. Certain people would say that's lines of communication.
Listen, I watched too many crime stories.
Thank you.
If the idiot wasn't pinging.
Shout out to Davon in the building.
If he would have left his phone at home and committed the crime,
he would have got away.
He would have got away.
Davon, you know the truth, Davon. We want to know, Davon, how do we move on with someone who has broken the trust? Can the trust ever be rebuilt? I don't think it can be rebuilt in the same manner. I think it needs a fresh start. You know what I mean? I think if you was so if I had to put it at level, when we first got together, it was at level 10. You was perfect. You ain't do nothing wrong. All right. I stepped out. I violated your trust, right? I think I dropped down to a 1 star. You understand what I'm saying? How many years it might take me to build back up to 10? But I rather think that I'm never going to build that back, so I have to start over and start a whole new relationship, even when I'm with the same person.
Because everything going to be side-eye. Yo, I'm just going here. You really? And you got to remember, once you bring your trust for a woman, she's always going to relive that thing, and she's always going to bring up.
Yeah, but you got a lot of women out there that's saying that that's not true. They move on and they're not holding on to it the way that we think. Yeah, with the same person.
Where?
They're saying that's why we want to bring
come
to the
behind
this
line and let us know.
Let us know. Ladies, we want to know. You know what I'm saying? Kid y'all let go. And
so my question is this. If that's the case, is it possible? So for instance, you got caught cheating because you met some chick in a club.
Right.
Does that mean that you can't go to the club no more? Or do you stay away from the clubs until that trust is built up? And are you able to go back into those environments?
I say, me personally, I'm going to the club if I like to go to the club. If the change is going to happen for me and I'm the person that stepped out, I got to find something wrong with what I did, number one. If I valued my partner and I see that I hurt them, then I want to stop because I don't want to do something to them. You know what I'm saying? Then I got to start working on the inner self. And you got a lot of people that's not being honest saying, hey, I need to work on me. They'll rather find a way to say, it's her fault. She didn't do this, so I went to the club and I got it from Susie. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes that person that you forgave hasn't done the homework because they found the way to turn it back on you.
I want to say one thing, and I'm going to say two things.
Go ahead.
Okay, now you messed up for all these people that's in the club because now They come home to the metal detector, drop them drawers, let me smell you. All right. And now the whole thing with that is, where is the balance? Where is the boundary?
I think Al said before that it comes with maturity, but before we even get to maturity, we got to go back to educating. A lot of people got into relationships just because they were having sex. They were never really educated on what it takes to be and have a relationship.
Well, you're talking about
On
sex
top of
ed,
that,
y'all.
to add to that, they didn't get a chance to really know the person, get to know the person.
Exactly.
And what their background was, where they had been, what they had been suffering from, whether they have any mental conditions, whether they have any hangups and things of that nature. Because if they took the time out to learn that, then you'll know exactly what that person was capable of.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like you say, we get into the relationships that's all about sex because the sex is good. And then when reality sets in and y'all got to spend some real quality time together and do things together as a couple, then all the other intricacies, how would I say, shortcomings start coming out.
Yeah. And I feel like once you as the person, right, that hasn't broke the trust yet, once you as the person know what your value system is, you understand what I'm saying? So if trust is going to be number one and a person break that trust, you can't be with that person no more. Because if that's going to be at the top of your list, then you're going to continue to have that side eye every time they do something.
But what if she told you in her story, my ex used to cheat on me? And
But again, I got to answer, I'm not your ex.
I was about
exactly.
to go. I was about to go.
You
No,
gotta
but
leave certain
I'm saying
things behind.
sometimes you have baggage that comes into a relationship.
Yeah, but
That's
when you
But that
come
shouldn't
in,
have nothing to do with the
everybody-
person you're currently with.
Yeah,
But you do the
everybody.
same thing.
Everybody's gonna have baggage. There's nobody in no relationship with no baggage. Now, if you a good partner, when your partner starts opening up to you, you have to be able to say, hey, you know what? That's too tough for me to handle. Maybe you should go to some counseling.
Right.
Maybe we need to do some relationship counseling as well. So individual counseling, relationship counseling, and then have a plan of action. Because I never was the one that believed you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. It's possible. If they go through the right stipulations and recovery, they could be a nice housewife. But then you got some guys that feel like, yo, your body count is so high, that's all you're gonna ever be. And then now you got these new girls that swear they can pay to have their body count restarted. It doesn't restart.
Wait, Rich over here shaking his head.
It is what it is.
Yo.
It is what it is. You can still be a good lady with a high body count. You just gotta change, man.
Gatekeeper.
What?
You my man. But
What happened?
you better hush your mouth over there.
What happened?
I'm gonna bring you on my show then if this is what you're saying because
That's what I'm saying.
First of all,
everybody deserves a change. It's like Rocky
No,
IV. If
sir.
I can change, you can change, we can change.
you have never. You ain't turned a hoe into a housewife.
What? Go ahead.
Right
it's
there,
allowed.
you
Go
don't
ahead,
went too
man.
far with that
What?
one.
What happened?
No, she's gonna always think about her old ways.
No, but that don't mean you gotta act on your old
once
ways.
again, that's just like you was talking about the partying.
Uh-huh.
Right. If you go out to a club,
Yes. Going to the club.
having a good time,
Having a good time.
you meet a lady,
Meet a lady.
y'all get into a relationship.
Ooh, la la la.
Your wife finds out.
My wife finds out.
You dead the relationship with the young lady.
Uh-huh.
Every time you talking about going to the club, your wife is going to think, you did it before, you do it again.
And I agree with that.
Is that girl gonna be in the club?
And I agree with that. And that's why today's show wasn't about the person that broke the trust. It's about the person that didn't break the trust. How can we help them salvage their relationship? Because some of them want to, because that person might have slipped and fell and ended up in the water hole. Can we say that?
So can
He
I
slipped
ask
and
Rich
fell.
a question?
Go ahead.
Rich, have you ever been on the receiving end of that?
Okay. I don't want to take up too much of their time.
No, it's all right.
But let me tell you something on a serious note. So I live my life through experience.
Mm-hmm.
One of the, I'm gonna do this real quick. One of my experience was with, I want to say she might have been the best relationship I ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to a point where she was ready to be married and I wasn't.
Okay.
So she said, well, we're not going to be married. If we're not going to be married, then let's move on. At that point, I should have said, you know what? Let's move on. But I stayed in the situation.
You held
boom,
on.
Boom, boom. She cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I found out with the person who she cheated with. He came back and told me. It was somebody that she didn't know that I knew. To make a long story short, We tried. We tried that, getting back together. We tried to work it out. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. I just couldn't get that out of my mind, what she had did with somebody else. It would have never been the same. So, this is the last thing I want to say. Maybe like, now that was 30 years ago. 6 months ago, this young lady found me on Facebook, on everything I love. She called me, and we had a conversation about what happened 30 years ago. And she said, I've always wanted to know, what made you just say that was it? And I told her, I just couldn't get that out of my mind, that you was with somebody else. So my trust, my most important thing was the trust is gone. I can never go back into that situation because I'm never going to trust you.
See,
so that's why I say trust to me is the most important thing in a relationship. Now with Al,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You the one who said you was on the receiving end with that guy.
Now, you the love doctor, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be the doctor right now, right? So you lay back in the chair, and I'm gonna tell you where you went wrong, love doctor.
go ahead, talk to me.
It wasn't about your trust; it was about your ego.
Thank
kept
you.
seeing homeboy because you was in competition in your own mind.
No, I didn't know.
No, you didn't even know him. I'm not saying that.
Right.
It don't matter.
Right.
If you know him, right? So this like Superman fighting with Batman, but they both forget that they fighting crime. You understand what I'm saying? There is no one. Yeah. Listen. Because at the time, and like I said, not just to take your story, but at the time, you wasn't wearing one of these bands. So all rules and regulations was open.
So that makes even better of a question for you then. Because you're married.
Right.
If you felt out that your wife cheated on you right now, that band and your trust means something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the trust, the band. Not the trust, the band. But the band, we're going to get to that a little different because, the band isn't even about the vows that I made with her. It's about the vows I made with myself first. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't control her. This is the first thing that when I finally got it as a young man, you know what I'm saying? Before, I used to do stupid things in stupid situations because I thought I had control. It's another person. You don't have control. And they have temptation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I even said that about the Bible. So once as a man, when you start having adult men conversations with other men, we realize our egos and our testosterone get us in a lot of trouble when we're not thinking. So I think that I gotta have the cherry of the group. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have someone that no man, nobody has ever touched, ever been with. I would be lying. Even if I didn't know, I got to be honest with myself.
Oh, man.
You understand what I'm saying? Because the same way you was thinking that you couldn't get that man out of her head, she probably was thinking about you and was a woman that she couldn't get out of your head, knowing that when you wasn't with her, you was with someone.
I'm going to say this. I'm out like Doc in the 5 Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying?
He's out like Doc in the 5 Heartbeats.
His brother tried to tell the girl,
you want me. You want me.
I know. I've been with you.
I've been with you.
But you
no,
right. But I think women would settle more and to work to take it back than men, because men, it would be a lot of men won't even accept that when you tell them, nah, it ain't my ego, son is trying to play me, because now you thinking about what the next guy might hear and the next person might be thinking about you, and it might not have nothing really to do with your relationship. If you got, let's say 5 things, right? If that person is meeting 4 out of 5, and that's that 80-20 rule, you understand what I'm saying? And the one thing that they messed up is that they stepped out the relationship. How much of that could you not get over? You know what I'm saying? Could you? I'm going to tell you why I can't get over it. Because it's different from a man. A man can have sex with anybody. A woman is more.
Who told us that? Who told us that?
Women. I'm talking. I'm saying.
Anything.
No, I mean.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Let me clear. Hold on.
Only on behind enemy lines, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the suspect? Where's the suspect right now?
I say any female. All right. But would a woman have sex is more emotionally tied?
But who came up with that rule? Because I heard that also, that why when men have sex, we can't get emotionally tied into a woman? Who said that, Al? Can somebody in the chat tell me when that rule became valid? Who?
I think it was just at a time, especially years ago, women would go to their grave with secrets,
Mhm.
right? And then after they're gone, or so many years has gone by, then things are revealed, and people are like, "Well, I couldn't keep it that long to myself." But women have always been able to do it when it comes to like women who had children when they were 16 years old and put that child up for adoption and got married and never told their husband.
Never told.
And they got other children.
Never
you know,
told.
they learn how to keep secrets. You know.
But I want to keep that focus right there for a second, because I think that's also a myth that most men don't want to admit. Shout out to Big Rich the Ruler, and make sure y'all check out the Love Doctor.
All of a sudden, Al started to talk about. All his secrets are
Rich had to bring out the secrets, man. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all being in tune with us. This is Behind the Enemy Lines. The phone lines are open right now if you want to call in. 914-716-6917. 914, okay? 716-6917. We're talking about the topic, okay? How do we move on with someone who has broken the trust in the relationship, and can it actually happen? And you hear a lot of people calling people, moist, tender Tonys nowadays, because I think there are a lot of men that have connections with women when they do make love. I don't think it's just a woman that has emotional connection when you get with another person. I think a man starts off physical,
it could be
but when
both
you
ways.
get in there and
But
you
major-
really in
I
there,
think I'm saying majority. If they keep on going back, yes, they eventually get like.
but I
get
think it
amongst
happen. I
themselves.
think it happened right off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like you might throw that one fastball that goes out the park the first time.
Some men is hunters like, oh, I can get her one time. That's all.
Yeah, but I think the way that the game has been being told to certain people at certain times, and then people try to keep up a false sense of who they are in front of certain people, and then behind closed doors you get a different person, and then that's when you start hearing about, oh, this person is having a nervous breakdown, or this person. No, they've been lying so much to fit into the group because they don't want to be called a tenderoni, you know what I'm saying, a softy, a smushy, whatever the case may be. They don't want to show they have emotion. They don't want to show that they have love. So for that person, so when Rich said that, you know what I'm saying, that is usually what's happening on the other side. As that person that allows the person to come back that broke the trust line, now their ego is hot. You understand what I'm saying? And your ego is going to either have you destroying the relationship more than what you think there was to repair it and keep together. You understand what I'm saying? So once again, going back to that 80-20 rule, if you got all the other things in place that you really need to be successful in the relationship, not just sex, not just money. We're not talking about dependent stuff. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the other qualities. You know what I'm saying? That 90-10, y'all are happy most of the time. Y'all have been progressing as a unit. Y'all have the same goals and vision. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all been moving as a team. We hit a bump in the road. That's why the speed bumps are out there in the road. People are going to hit them sometimes going more than 25 miles an hour. Tear your car. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but could you fix that situation? If you really want to, yes. Is it hard to take your ego from being right in front of you, Al? I think it is. Yeah. It's tremendous. It takes a lot of work to look at yourself and say, you know what? I may not be able to say it, because a lot of times when people get caught, it's another thing that happens. We never bring this up. Just because you get caught doesn't mean you squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just you live another day.
You understand what I'm saying? So you was able to catch them first. So now you feel you have that leverage. But if you don't have a plan of action, and that's what we're going to talk about going forward, because I believe if you have a plan of action in place, and you're not going to just get it from yourself, it's okay to say, you know what? You did this to me. I need some time before we try again. You understand what I'm saying? Not just next week. I may have to go to counseling for a while. If that person really cares about you, really loved you, Al, they're going to give you that time.
Most of the time.
They're going to give you that time.
Most of the time.
You understand what I'm saying? And really take that time to make yourself better so you can be the person that you want to be when you're working with a person that broke your trust. Because if you don't fix those things first inside of you, there's no way in God's given green and earth that it's going to be successful. But there's at least 70% of people that's trying to keep that relationship along. So after you get past, you got your rent. After you get past, okay, I got me some mojo. If you don't fix the other things, then everything else is going to lead back to those thoughts like Rich was saying. Every time I step out the house, she's going to do this. Every time I step. Do you know how time consuming it got to be to think every time your partner walks out the house or looks at their phone or do it, how much energy that takes out of you?
Yeah.
Al, that ain't take a lot of energy out of you back in the days?
Of course it did.
That used to wear me down. I don't want to feel like that no more.
You know, I saw this movie the other day called Unfaithful.
Mm-hmm.
With,
that was
Richard
a classic.
Gere and
that's a classic.
I forgot the lady's name. Madeline Lane, whatever her name was.
That's when he hit the dude with the globe?
Yeah.
Man, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I remember that's a good movie.
Yeah, but by happenstance, she just bumps into a guy that she meets on the street, and it turned to this whirlwind affair that she could not reconnect herself from this person. You know, she was falling in love, all kinds of things, all types of emotions was welling up in her. And him as a husband and a father, he's out here on the grind. He's doing his job. He's making sure he paid the bill. She didn't even have to work because he made sure he took care of everything. You know what I mean? And then she turns around and do this, and you see that he had a forgiving heart. Even though he did what he did and he killed a guy, but still he forgave her. He's like, you're worth it to me. You're worth it to me. That trust, everything was worth it to him.
I think that was a great movie and a great example. And of course, I watched it plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? But I think two things that went wrong. Once again, his ego got in front of him because he kept pursuing the guy. I think if he would have let her know, like, listen, I know what's going on.
Right.
Okay, now you give yourself an opportunity for two things: to work on the problem or to get out the situation. Homeboy never dies. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, we're talking real life. In movies, they had to have that drama. But this is how we save some of our brothers and sisters from winding up in that situation. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, hey, instead of just being a snoop and following her around and know what's going on, once you got enough information, and then you talk about the first 48 again. This is what we're talking about. If she would have just left the book alone, this would have never happened in the library, right? You know what I'm saying? So the two guys, when they saw each other, both of them had a little ego and chip on their shoulder because neither one of them wanted to let go.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The guy that got killed should have backed off until she was no longer in a relationship with him. All right, we already did the do. Okay, we can't take that back. But now this guy seems like he still want to, let me back up. So once again, that ego is a real issue. You understand what I'm saying? If he drops the ego, he doesn't die. The other guy, if he drops the ego and let his wife know what's going on, then they have to work out what they have to work out, and just maybe that story ends different.
Yeah.
And you got to be educated because the maturity might not catch up to you right then and there. You got to be educated to want to see that. I know a lot of guys are like, nah, I don't want to hear that. I ain't trying to do that. I get it. I was once that person. That's why we have this podcast. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jose Rivera in the building, doing big things. You already know. Make sure y'all check out Extremities right here on IAXISRADIO. We seeing you on the stage with your artist, man, getting it done. Congratulations. Keep working, keep grinding. You know what I mean? Today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, take two. On take two, could you get it right? And if you're the person that's letting the other person come back to you, we're going to give you a little roadmap. Can we say that? And we'll add things as we go along, okay? How do you move on with someone who's broken the trust? We're going to give you the little roadmap, all right? One, I say step one is this. And when it comes down to ego, step one, create a plan for the triggers. Create a plan of action for the triggers. So when Rich talked about, every time I go to the club, XYZ, you got to have something to yourself, even if you don't tell me, that you do for yourself during that time that I'm going to the club.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So whether it's knitting with your friends, even if it's coming to the club with me, you know what I'm saying? But if you're going to come to the club with me, don't come there and play a stick on the wall. Have a good time. Shake a little, dance a little. You understand what I'm saying? Have fun. What you think about the rule number one in this plan of action? You like that plan? You like that one, Al?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What you think about that, Wiz?
That's good.
Because the triggers are not gonna go nowhere, and they might be ongoing throughout life. But and Wiz, you can read that in a minute. But if the trigger is gonna keep putting you in a place that someone may not be doing nothing,
All right. Trust is sacred. Once it's lost, ain't no going back.
A lot of people say there's no going back. So then why is there so many relationships with people that have been in this relationship 10, 20 years with a person that violated, but they still together having a successful relationship?
Sometimes when you break trust, you break the person. And you got to look at it like that. It's like, yo, you put them through so much. You know, they don't want to be alone, but they fail to lose it as well.
Fear of starting over is number 6 on our list of things that we talked about that are sometimes rated higher than trust. So like I said, love, happiness, children, sex compatibility, financial stability, fear of starting over, and history. So you're holding on already because of these things. You have to give yourself peace of mind while you're in this relationship. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you're not going to be willing to walk away, because if trust is the number one thing for you, once that trust is broken, you can't take them back. What is the timetable, Al, on gaining trust back? Do you gain trust every 6 years? Is it the more expensive the gift you buying her to buy the trust back? You know what I'm saying? Is it the sex you got to lay it down better? How do we earn trust back?
So in reality, regaining trust has nothing to do with material things or how much you're doing. It's about your actions towards that person in a spiritual sense. Okay, they got to be able to know in their hearts of heart that you are there for them and that you will never do that thing again. Okay, once that's established, then I think everything else could start being healed again. But until that's established, then it's going to be difficult. Very difficult.
And how would you go about starting to establish that? How would you go about starting to establish that, Wiz?
You just gotta. To me, you just we try to do everything from the beginning. You got to quarter. The person you gotta show action as way you move and how to secure that. You know.
Jose said, life lessons learned through a loss of trust that enable you to place them as they need to be in your life or not. And that's what I'm saying. You know, I just want everybody to understand this. As you grow and mature, all right, nobody's walking this earth perfect. Okay? People are gonna make mistakes. Some mistakes are bigger than others. You understand what I'm saying? And you set your wheel of fortune, if you want to say that. You set your wheel of fortune. When something's $1 and you just want to stop it at $1, then so be it. You understand what I'm saying? But you got to stand on that, because you got a lot of people that will not do what they really want on the inside because it looks good to everybody else. It's going to be hard. And sometimes you got to go the hard route to get what you want. But don't take them back and then don't put in the work for you to be at peace and have a successful relationship. You have to find where trust is in your line, and sometimes you might have to rearrange things.
You know what I think is the beginning steps of trust is really how you move. We know what a snake looks like, and the first thing we do with a snake is we look at how it's moving, right? Is it moving to get away, or is it moving to attack, or is it slither around because it's looking for something to get into? You know, so once you're able to change that movement and that action, and you appear with a different approach, then I think trust could start being challenged from that point.
And like I said, for me, trust is a very tricky word. You know what I mean? Because like I said, the person has to value certain things to even get to trust. And that's why value is so important. What are their values like? We live every day, but only die once. In other words, protect who you allow to enter your life in order to place trust. And I was just about to say something almost similar to that. So if you really find out that this person has no value system for themselves, then why would you trust them to do anything else? So you gotta look at some of the other qualities that have that makeup. You understand what I'm saying? And I also think the flip side out to this should be is that you shouldn't just give nobody your trust in a relationship anyway. They should be earning it. I think when you first get with somebody early in a relationship, you automatically just trust them.
Yeah.
A lot of times you just trust them. No, let them put in the work, put the value, put the equity in. You know what I'm saying? The sweat equity. You know, you got to put it in. I got to see you putting in the work. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're live on Behind the Enemy Lines. Like I said, we're going to switch to the wild card in a minute. We got Chucky's Cut coming up. Chucky's Cut is our artist independent segment. You're going to be able to go to crowd.live to vote on this track to keep or kill. If you're interested or sending your music in, feel free to email us at bhlfamily52@yahoo.com, okay? You can send in old music, new music, folk music, opera music, spoken word, tap dance, beats. We take it on, as long as it's on an MP3 format. And our engineer, Al, says, make sure you ain't got no links. We need the formatter, right? We need the raw, so we make sure we can get it played and people can vote to keep or kill. Today, we got Gatekeeper on it. This is our 4-year anniversary. So we taking it back to where we started when WIZZ interviewed me and had me on this show and played my music. I appreciate him. So 4 years we've been doing it, 111 episodes. When you're the crowd.live, there's the code to vote, QEWBN, okay? And y'all vote to keep or kill. But y'all come back, all right, after y'all vote so we can continue to have this conversation. Right now, we talking about, okay, and this is for the person, and we're going to read that in a second. The person that takes back someone that has broken the lines of trust. Take two. We're trying to get it right the second time around. Can a person, okay, take back a person that broke their trust and still have a successful relationship? We have a plan of action to start that. Because sometimes trust, you can elevate it and move it around. Let people earn it back. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in a rush to just give it away. A lot of times we just give it away, okay? And our first plan of action, step one, was create a plan for the triggers. You know what I'm saying? If you're triggered by your boyfriend doing something or girlfriend doing something, create a plan for you. And you might have to call a therapist to get that plan worked on, okay? You might have to read some psychology books, okay? Not to be a sneak and catch them in something. We're going to get to that. But to help you work through some ghosts that may not even be there. Go ahead, Wiz, you got that?
Yes. Trust goes across the board from home, outdoors, work, anytime you're awake. I go as far as they watch who trust you in your dreams. LOL. Sorry,
they watch you trust in your dreams.
I'm sorry, the light.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, I can't give you the same value or trust that I have on me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can only control me. I can't control WIZZ. I can only apply my thoughts and my theory, you know what I'm saying? But I can't really tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? I can advise you. I can hope, but I can't. And your partner is no different. They're a human being. Like Al just said about the movie, that lady was caught up in a fantasy because in her mind she had that fantasy.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So the fantasy caught her. But once the fantasy got stopped, who knows which way it would have went. I mean, number two, okay, don't make the forgiveness mean. Do you understand that? Don't make the forgiveness mean. If you really taking somebody back, don't take them back and then slam the door every 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that attitude that because they got their walls up. So it's like you want to get that frustration.
But because you have the walls up, does that mean you have to be mean though?
You don't have to be mean, but it's as a part of the hurt.
Yeah, but just because you're hurt, does it still mean you have to inflict hurt on someone else?
Well, sometimes I mean that's how some people will feel. Sometimes
just because you feel it doesn't mean it's right.
Well, the person he or she got sleep on the couch or get the cold ass shoulder that they forgive.
And you the person that broke the trust, yeah, you're gonna get the cold shoulder. But what I'm saying is, try not to make it more toxic than it have to be. I already know I'm in trouble. I already know I'm in trouble. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta throw something at me every 5 minutes. And if it's still that toxic, then y'all need to take a break before y'all try to bring it back together. I think sometimes people don't take that break out and they try to fix it so fast that they just make the cut worse instead of letting it heal. You understand what I'm saying? And then fully trying again. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Don't be in a rush to fix something sometimes. Slow down, recalibrate, and say, was this really an accident or was I looking for a way out? A lot of people won't admit, Al, they was looking for a way out the whole time.
Yeah.
They was looking for a whole way out. All right?
People got to realize that you cannot mend glass by throwing a rock.
Say that again, Al, for the people in the back.
You cannot mend glass by throwing a rock.
You cannot. And a lot of people think, okay, well, since he hurt me, now I'm gonna hurt him. Oh, he wanted to go shake tail in the club, now I'm gonna go shake tail in the club. No, if that's really what you want to do, then to keep it separate, take your losses. Struggle to pay your rent. Get a roommate. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever those other qualities you holding on for.
So you're saying it'd be best to walk away.
If that's what you need at that time.
Okay.
I'm just saying, do what you really need at that time. You know what I mean? Don't be in a rush to fix it just because it looks good to everybody else. Number 3, build a new relationship instead of trying to fix the old one. Do you think you can be with somebody else and rebuild a new relationship?
Build a new relationship with them?
With the same person, yeah.
I mean, you can just point out, I wouldn't say rebuild, is just bring out what you have not connected on.
Al, what you think about that? You taking the person back, could you build a new relationship instead of trying to fix the problem that y'all had in the old relationship?
Well, yeah, you have to take care of that thing that split you up in the first place. You have to address it. You have to really let that thing be embedded in your spirit where you're able to see it up front and personal and say either, yeah, I can deal with this and I can put it behind me and know it's not going to be an issue, or I can't deal with it, it's going to be an issue. You know what I mean?
And see, and I like the way you put that, but I want to take it to even a bigger futuristic view. And the reason why I say, yes, you can build a new relationship with the partner that you had before, because we change daily, right? Mm-hmm. We change yearly, right? Mm-hmm. So certain things might have changed and you just didn't tell me. So, you know, yes, address the situation of what happened. Okay, I stepped out because I felt I was getting overweight and you wasn't attracted to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Let's say that was the problem. Now that we talked about it, are we doing things together to mend me? You know what I'm saying? And also, am I getting out of my own way and not looking at you like, yo, she really is doing that? Because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, going to the gym, eating right, being around healthy relationships, being around grown men. So you're really becoming a brand new relationship instead of looking at, yo, you know, last time she put on that sundress, yeah, she was talking to Bob down the block. Hey, maybe I'll buy you a couple more sundresses. So now you wear 4, 5, 6 out the week instead of just one, because I'm confident that you coming back home to me. I'm confident in what I am as an individual.
But I still say new. I just say you can enhance, like I said, enhance what you missed. Build what's your weak point to make it stronger.
But see, once you just build, and you just kind of agree without agreeing, because once you build, once you take out, once you replace, it is no longer the same old. It is now new.
Because when you knew, you're doing a renovation.
It's still new. It's not the same.
You still have the old parts.
No. You might have the outer shell.
Right.
Might be old, but everything in the house now is new. That's not the same plywood that was there in 1946. This is 2026. That's not the same staircase. We just painted that old. Those are not the same shingles. We just took those off. You ain't been around, so you think it's the old, but it's new. So that's the concept.
So it's what I referred to before as making sure that you're healed in your spirit and your spirit change. Your outer shell still looks similarly the same, you know, but inside, what is your heart and your spirit saying?
Exactly. So back to what Rich was saying about the club. And we're going to get to the wild card in 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to the wild card in 1 second. We're going to talk about, did dad do the right thing, or was he just being petty? So when you start going, when your man is going to the club, you know what I'm saying, could you evolve and become a club person too? And even if he's not, then you got to start doing something when he's at the club that makes you happy. Whether it's going to the knitting class, whatever the case may be. You think cheating only happens in the club? No. It can happen in a library. It can happen on the bus. It can happen anywhere.
Well, according to the Bible, right, cheating starts in your spirit. We lust in our spirit.
There you go.
If you think about it, you've already committed the act.
And you know, TV already got us thinking about it. Yeah. TV and the radio already got us thinking about it.
Because they put it out there in front of you.
Yeah, they put it out there. Okay, number 4, and this is the most important one I want y'all to take away before we get to number 5. Number 4, okay, for you people that's taking the person back that broke the trust. Wiz, I need you to focus in right now. Saying it loud for the people in the back of the classroom. Stop being a detective. Stop being Dick Tracy.
So not to
Stop
cut your
being the
wisdom.
first 48.
Not to cut your wisdom, but in that you being a detective,
Uh-huh.
you need to be prepared for
Yeah.
what you might find.
For what you might find. I was getting there, Al, but thank you for taking us there. Stop being a detective, okay? Let it happen organically. If you really gave a
Pandora's
person,
box.
yeah, if you really gave a person another chance, and then they mess up on their own with their own chance, and it comes back to you organically, you have a decision to make. Yeah. But I'm not going to your pockets every 5 minutes, Wiz. I'm not asking where you at every 5 minutes. The location thing, I'm not doing it every 5 minutes. I don't mean I don't care. It doesn't mean I don't worry. It doesn't mean that I don't want to know where you at every 5 minutes. But no, I value myself. And if you don't value me and know that you got something good, and this is how every person should be an individual. What do you bring it? You should be the first thing. Me, okay? Stop being a detective. Stop looking for stuff. You know what I mean? If you know this person ain't stopped and you gave them their second chance, let them go. Start over again. Him or her. Let's go both ways. Him or her. And number 5, okay, decide what you need, all right, to feel safe again and say it to that person. Number 5, okay, I'm taking you back, all right, but I need this, all right? I need you to find out what you really want, okay? If I'm not your cup of tea, if you're really into AI models and flying around the world, I need you to do that. Don't cut yourself short if this is not really what you want. And you have to say that as the person taking them back. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to need. You know what I'm saying? Not to the fact that I'm going to put an ankle bracelet on you and I need to know every passcode. You know what I'm saying? And I need to chase you down. I need to know certain passcodes. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we got money together and stuff like that. But not everything about everything. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot about a lot, but a little bit about a little.
Yeah.
You have to say that. For you to be the successful person, taking back a person that broke your heart, I think those are the first 5 steps I would take. And seek counseling, number 6. Seek counseling and make sure you want to do it and you're not doing it for the wrong reasons, all right? So I hope y'all enjoyed that topic and we want to hear what y'all got to think about it. But right now, we're going to go into the wild card, ladies and gentlemen. And the wild card is wild. Let's get to it.
Hey, what's up? It's 12 o'clock at night. What you doing calling me this late?
What you mean what I'm doing calling you this late? I'm just getting off work. Shit, I want to holler at you.
All right, what's up?
Well, our daughter needs some shoes, some basketball shoes.
What she need basketball shoes for?
Because she signed up for basketball.
Oh, she did? I ain't know nothing about that. She normally tell me when she got stuff like that going on. When is it supposed to start?
Well, next Monday.
This coming Monday? Next
yes,
week?
this coming Monday.
A week from today?
Next Monday. Yep, coming up.
All right, cool. All right, so go ahead.
So she needs some basketball shoes. So,
all right, so look, all right, cool. Bet I got you. All right, I got you. Don't even worry about it. So she needs some basketball shoes. Huh?
Yeah. I said, what you mean you got me? You gonna cash out me the money?
Why would I do that? Didn't you say she start Monday?
Yeah, she started Monday.
Yeah, I get her this weekend, so I'll take her, get her some shoes, take her shopping, get her some other stuff too.
So you can't cash out me the money so me and her can have some mother and daughter time so we can spend time with each other and go shopping and stuff like that?
Sound like you want to go shopping on my expense. Listen, you can take her shopping and do whatever y'all gonna do as a daughter and mother, but I'm not finna cash out you no money. Look, I pick her up this weekend. And I'm going to take her shopping. I'm going to get her some shoes. I'm going to get her all the other stuff that she needs. Whatever she needs, I'm going to make sure that she get it. But I'm not going to...
If you send the money, so you saying that I'm not going to do the same thing?
Okay, so my question is right here. What difference if I get it for her, if you get it for her, if that's your motive?
Because it could be a mother and daughter thing. That's what I was saying.
Take her shopping then. You ain't got no money?
Whatever, you on that bullshit. The whole purpose of me calling you asking for some motherfucking money for to get some motherfucking shoes.
It don't sound like the money. It don't sound like you want money for shoes. It sounds like you want money for something else. And to be honest,
you know what? That's bullshit. I ain't gonna ask what you about no motherfucking shoes. Is either you gonna do it or you're not.
I'm gonna get her this weekend. I got her the shoes this weekend.
Whatever.
All right. Well, I didn't know nothing about no basketball. And my daughter tell me everything. So it seemed like she wants something else got going on. She ain't getting my money. She can hang that up. Nice try, wrong guy.
There you have it, ladies. Nice try, wrong guy. Shout out to the person that sent me this video. And they wanted to put this on the wild card. And I want to know from y'all, first and foremost, and also in the chat, did he do the right thing or was he being petty, Wiz? We start with you.
He wasn't being petty. He did the right thing.
Break it down. Tell us why.
Because if he's going to spend time with his child, he can go out. He can take her. He can take her when he spends time with her. So it's no issue.
Al, how you feel about that, Al?
So I got a lot to say about that because automatically, if it's about the daughter, it doesn't matter who takes her to get the sneakers. So if the father says, okay, I got her anyway this weekend, I'll take her and get her the sneakers. And on top of that, I'll get her more than what she actually needs, right? So it's obvious that the mother had other intentions and she wanted to do some other things with the money.
Yeah, I think that was crazy. But what about her wanting to spend time with the daughter and mommy daughter time? Dad could have helped that out, Wiz.
Huh? No. No. I mean, no. If she it's one thing, but evidently it's all about trust with them two, and he didn't have
trust has been brought
like that. Like he said, he never told him. So I don't know. I wouldn't have no issues like if my kid's mom hit me that I want to take them. I wouldn't have no problems, but I think they have a toxic type.
I wouldn't even say it was toxic. I think he
because she didn't have to curse.
She had to do a lot, but I think that he didn't just want to be fooled. I think if she would have came out honestly and said, "Hey, I'm short a couple $dollars this week, and I want to do something with baby girl. Would you loan me X, Y, Z?" I don't think she was being.
But she had.
Forthright.
It seemed like she had patent that he didn't trust. Like I would send her, and she's not going to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
That shows that. Like Al said, regardless who takes her,
the sneakers are getting done. I think a lot of women when they see this are gonna say that the dad was being petty. You know what I'm saying? Like he just wanted to show his control. Because they always talk about, you know what I'm saying, when men are in survival mode, you know what I'm saying, and we are down and out, we're bums, we can't get it together, we ain't got nothing right? But when a woman's going through a hard time, they always say it's your moment of struggle, but we want to help that woman and get her to the top. So I think a lot of women are going to feel like this guy, you know what I'm saying, was being petty by not just cash apping the money.
But that's them just want to coincide with another woman because so many women have been wronged by their baby daddies. But it's obvious this guy's about his business. He takes care of his child. And see, the plus is this for me. And he said something that was very critical in this. He said, I would get her the sneakers, and not only that, I would take her out and get her whatever else she needs. So that takes the weight off the mother.
Yes.
As soon as she heard that, she should have been, oh, that's cool. I'll find another time for her and I to go out and spend some time, especially her knowing that this was his weekend coming up. Why would you try to encroach on his weekend talking about, oh, y'all want to spend some mother-daughter time to go together? You have time to plan that on your own time. Don't tap into my time.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. And I think he said something even more important in the beginning, like, yo, it's 12 o'clock. Why are you calling me this late? How y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Your ex or your baby mother calling you, at a certain, well, those used to be creep hours back in the day. They still creep hours?
Yeah, but
after 12?
I mean, like I said, with them, it might have been some friction because, you had that drama with them. But to me, it's like, if it's not an emergency, that could have waited. That could have been a text.
Yeah, how you feel about the timing on the call, Al?
Yeah. That could have waited for that. And again, why didn't she call him earlier? Right? Or why didn't she text him and say, are you up? Can I call you real quick? Out of respect, because obvious they don't have that type of relationship no more. So the first thing he want to know, what are you trying to do? In other words, he could have his current woman there. And she's calling, and this woman can be like, yo, why is she calling here so late? What's going on? Now it puts him in a position where now he has to explain himself for something he had no control over. So it's disrespectful. Now I can understand if she's calling him, yo, such and such is going on with our daughter. I'm going to the emergency room. I accept that. But just to be calling him about some sneakers, she out of line. She out of line.
and then what do y'all feel about her self-destructing? Like, you know what I'm saying, when it came towards the middle and the end, you know, I really felt it was never about the sneakers. It was still about the dynamic that she wanted him back.
I didn't feel that. I just felt like she wanted the control. She wanted the person. She wanted the money personally to do whatever she wanted to do. Like that. Because when she came out, she didn't have to curse. Like a lot, like what she said, and I'll get more. Okay, say less. I'll find something else to do with her rather than take her shopping. We can still have mother to daughter time.
And you know, I think it's important when you say that these women want control, especially in the good old United States of America right now with this child support and everything, the way things are going. I really hope that boy from the Timberwolves don't get hit for that $14,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? He gave that girl all that money up front. She blew the money. You know what I'm saying? The basketball player from the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
She blew all that money, and now they saying she only brings home like $1,000 a month. So now she needs $1,400 a month from him to make her life better. I just don't feel like us men get a fair shake at all.
We don't.
And we need to do better, bro.
My whole thing, he should have just set up as, shouldn't have gave her all at once. He should have gave her as a stipend where he could set up through his accountant to send certain amount.
But see, the thing that bothers me is that he paid regardless. Whatever y'all said that it was going to be up to the age of 18, he paid. Don't come back 2 months later, 6 months later, because you feel like I got a raise. Now y'all got to hit me more. I still got to bounce back myself. And I feel like she was trying to do the same thing. Like, oh, you can't just cash out me the money. I'm going to do the same thing. No. You're trying to make it look like you're doing more than what you're doing. And in reverse, it's making my father look like he's not stepping up to the plate and doing what he wants. And that's why I said about control and wanting them back. Why would you want to take that stardom? You know what I'm saying? And you know, once we talked about ego earlier in the show, a man likes to be able to be a man in front of his kids.
Yeah.
And let them know that, hey, I was able to do this for you. I'm here for you. I got this for you. Why do you think she wanted to take that away? Because I felt that's what she was aiming for.
Yes. She was trying to strip him down.
To what? Get him back? To get back?
I don't
at
think it
him?
was no. It's not to get him back. It's just that she was just trying to get over him.
And then I thought to the next level. Just imagine what she gonna tell her daughter when she get home.
Well, if he has a relationship with his daughter, it doesn't matter what you think, because he would communicate that with her. Because he's like, look, your mom said you need to do, and I'm taking.
I think she would have pulled the, oh, he just want to control you and have you over there. So this is why he's doing this, you know what I'm saying? So we can't do X, Y, Z together. I see that coming.
She didn't shut it down. Like, well, you're not getting her this weekend. She didn't do that. She would have did that. Then she would have controlled the narrative. Oh, your father didn't want to get your shoes.
I think she definitely would have done that. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to put it in the chat what you feel. If dad did the right thing, we all agree that dad did the right thing. If you want to call in, the phone lines is open, 914-716-6917. If you have another topic that you might want to talk about, feel free to put it live in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think too many people make it more about themselves than the kid when it comes to these financial situations. And I truthfully feel that even when it comes to child support, you know, you should have to show receipts that money is being spent on the kid, you know, because at the end of the day, when we separate in a relationship, we both take a hit. It's not just you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I take a hit as well. Maybe I was used to you paying half the rent. Now I got to go somewhere and pay all the rent. So how come just because I make more than you, I got to be penalized more than you when I've already been penalized? You understand what I'm saying? A, we don't have the family dynamic no more. B, the finances got to be stressed a lot longer. And then C, if you're dealing with a toxic partner, then damn, you can't seem to get ahead. Producer P said he did the right thing. You got a lot of women that might say that he didn't do the right thing. He should have just sent that money, because if he was a man, he wouldn't have made it about him. You know what I'm saying? He's just trying to outshine her to make it seem like, you know, he's the breadwinner. It's too many lies being told when it comes to these kids, when you come to these finances and you get to these child support situations. So a lot of time the kid might think that their father is a deadbeat. They might think that their father wasn't there for them. They might think that their father didn't contribute to their life. But the whole time in the background, they was doing it, man. They was doing it.
Yeah.
He said you got to do better picking who we're having offspring with.
Yeah.
Well, how you feel about that?
Yeah, that's true. Because you gotta just choose. I mean, you gotta watch them as far as, you know, who you pick. Guys or women. I mean, guys or girls. You know.
But how in 2026? How can we do that, Bolo? I like what you said, but sometimes we get fooled for a long period of time.
No, they watch their energy. They watch how
Can you just really watch energy?
Sometimes you got to watch how they treat people and how they act. But then you'll know, as far as with the relationship, how they want to treat you if you have kids together.
I think a lot of times we don't give credit to some of the upbringing of the people that we have kids with.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, if you're not educated enough and you're not paying attention to certain things, and certain people are not paying attention to certain things, they're paying attention to the brick house effect. You know what I'm saying? You got a nice upper body, you got a nice lower body, and I just want to be in between. And sometimes us men, we can fall a little short on that. You understand what I'm saying?
You gotta be careful
and then,
with sexual and who you're having sex with.
Yeah, and then you don't went the first 6 months and it didn't seem like nothing was wrong, and then y'all started talking about love and kids, and then you find out on the other half of the 12 months, the baby here until you're 21 now. You know what I'm saying? So how do you do that without proper training? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this:
take our time and pay attention. Bolo said, "Take our time and pay attention." And he said, "Know their family and family history." That's a big one, and a lot of people wasn't doing that at first. And a lot
of times you don't be around the family, so they
isolate you on purpose.
Not only that,
sometimes they isolate you on purpose.
Sometimes if it's a man that's like this, he's not being responsible with himself, or a woman's not being responsible for herself, and allow that action, that one night, to be gone for 21 years.
No, I don't think, unless you just reckless, and I know the younger generation for a
But
while.
you don't know nothing. Like just you gotta know a person.
Unless there was a hole in the condom or you wore the wrong size and it slipped off. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. Turkey basting, it is what it is. There's a lot of different ways to get it done nowadays. Unless the younger generation, as I was saying, they had the shoot 'em up mentality. They wanted to shoot up the club. I don't know that. When we was coming up, I don't know about you, we wasn't in a rush to shoot up.
Shaking the shit at me. I don't know about you.
Well, I'm just saying, you might have been one. You was on the train. You might have been one to shoot up the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't trying to just shoot up the club on purpose. You know what I'm saying? So
don't run up on me now and say I'm your daddy.
If you are you my daddy? Yes, I am, son. Let me take you under the wing. So when you got that mentality, the women are very smooth in hiding things. You know what I mean? So putting time on your mind as a man is something I think we got to add into for the fathers that have sons. You know what I'm saying? This is something you got to tell them when they start getting into the dating game. Son, take your time. You know what I mean? Because I think Eddie Murphy said once you get that ooh feeling, you understand what I'm saying? You start going crazy. And I think when you have young adolescent children having kids, this is what they don't know the rules of engagement. So we also got to be better fathers as passing on the rules of engagement, and hopefully the child listen. And then certain women was taught the trap game.
Yep.
You get a good man that can pay the bills and XYZ, girl, you trap him. You understand what I'm saying? So that was happening for a while, right? We can't forget that.
Happening.
It's still happening?
Still happening.
The trap game still happening?
Still happening.
So, I think it all goes back to education again, you know what I'm saying? And being aware of what could happen. And then even if you get you a nutso, like he was talking to on the phone. No, I'm not going to say that because I don't know her. I'm going to take that back. Let me take that back.
No, it's just
a better way I can say it.
But she did show her true colors.
She did. She went crazy at the end. She went crazy at the end.
But
And all that profanity was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was unnecessary. I'd have hung up the phone.
Nah, I think she knew. She was trying to, those are the trigger words, you know what I'm saying, that they try to hit you with to get you all riled up, you know what I'm saying? You bastard, you ain't shit. You just trying to keep me from shining. Me need some mother-daughter time. So why don't y'all just take a walk in the park? That's still mother-daughter time.
Right.
It don't got to be spending money.
My whole thing, it would have been saying, so man, do I ask you when I have to have quality time with my child for some money? I'm saying, are you going to contribute extra with the shoes?
Yeah, she wasn't going to contribute extra.
Not if she asking, no.
I think there was something else underlined for the call to begin with. I think the dad did handle it right.
She wanted to go out in that club. It was 12 o'clock at night. She wanted
She was trying to get in the club.
She was trying to get in the club.
Better yet, she might have had some dude with her. She was trying to get to the hotel, and neither one of them had money.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? And I'm glad to a certain extent, and I also wonder, you know what I'm saying, just being devil's advocate, would he have handled it the same way if he wasn't recording himself? Would he have handled it the same way?
Well, I think he would have handled it the same way, because just because you know you're recording, whatever's on your heart, once you get to a certain limit, it don't matter who in front of you. You're gonna say and do what you're gonna do.
And that goes back to what you were saying in the beginning of the show, like when you gain those maturity. And the one thing I like about knowledge, when you actually get it and understand it, you can't go back to being dumb.
Right.
You can try to act, but on the inside, you're going to be mad as hell because you know what I'm saying? So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right into the pressure check right now. Like I said, the pressure check is an opportunity when we call somebody else and we get their side of the story, you know what I'm saying, for the topic that we talking about. We had 2 topics that we talked about so far. Number 1, take 2. You know what I'm saying? How do you move on with someone, okay, that broke the trust? We came up with a 5-step guideline that can start and show that you can do it. It's going to be work. It's not going to be easy. It can be done, though. We talked about ego, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes our ego will self-sabotage us in a situation. You know what I'm saying? Who raised you? It's something of your importance. Everyone should go hard on finding out. Nobody raised me, you know what I'm saying? If you talk about me, you know what I'm saying, I had to pick up bits and pieces from all over. But I will say that a lot of people didn't know how to handle relationships when we first got in them. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times the first experiences that we went along with, we might have thought was love, and it wasn't love. And sometimes when you think something is love, you tend to have other actions that you follow, not knowing that they might be the wrong actions. Some people, when they first experience a good apple, they just go crazy and bite down to the core. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Instead of realizing that, hey, we got a bag full, you know what I'm saying? Let's go through a few of them, still see if you feel the same. You know, a lot of people don't take time to really shop around before you start doing certain things, and then you realize you wind up with situations like what we just saw in that video. At one point, there was a reason why they had a baby, unless it was an accident. There was some trust there. There was some love there. You know what I'm saying? There was some.
Was it?
Was it? Or was it just an angry baby?
No, I'm just saying, we don't know. Whenever it was a bad breakup, they could have broke up because of trust.
Oh, Bolo Uno, we know that, man. Shout out to Bolo Uno, you know what I'm saying? North Carolina building. Now, you know he wasn't directed towards me and anyone in particular. Yeah, this is why we had these grown folk conversations. We need that. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys help us open our eyes so we can help someone else take in the information. So we're going to go to the pressure check right now. Like I said, anybody that wants to be on the pressure check, you can hit me directly at Gatekeeper718 or WIZZ, right? Yeah. And you can email and say, hey, when you do your pressure check thing, put us in the Rolodex. This is our 4-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. 4 years behind the enemy lines. You've been here doing what? Having conversations about relationships for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so we're gonna go to the pressure check. Let's see if we can get somebody on the dial tone and get their opinion. And if you want to call in, you can call in and give us your opinion as well. You know what I'm saying? I'll continue to put them in the chats, ladies and gentlemen. Pressure check time. Let's see what we got on the line. Oh yeah, and get ready, ladies and gentlemen, because Red Flag Court is going to be coming up at 6 before the show is over.
Let's talk.
Caller, you're live. Caller, you're live on Behind Enemy Lines with Gatekeeper and WIZZ.
What up?
We trying to educate the people here today, and we got a question for you, right? We want you to give it to us straight, man. Don't hold back on us, all right? Take two, you know what I'm saying? How do people move on with someone who broke the trust? Did we lose it?
One second. I'm trying to get through So here's what happened. Let me tell you how that works out. It usually happens with people who are in relationships. And they break away, and then they get dogged out and treated like shit by the person they left with. And they say, let me go back to a devil or evil that I know. So so that's why I get that, the difference between two evils. But like, I'm familiar with this devil, but I don't know this evil right here. So now the only thing about that is when you come back into that relationship, the person that comes back got to walk around on cotton balls, because at some point in time, they know that their time is up. Because I'll need you around here because I don't trust your ass anyway. So remember, you asked me to come back. I didn't want you here, but I figured I'd be doing, something godly nicer for you. But then you become ungrateful, and the curve would be your bed. You know what I'm saying? So but like I said, that right there, you have to swallow a lot of pride and eat a lot of humble cake, because the slice of pie ain't making it.
Well, you saw that movie. You don't want to eat the pie. You saw that movie with the pie, right? You don't want to eat the pie.
Well, but like I said, humility is a big thing on that, and pride can't be there.
All right,
so
yeah. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. You know what I'm saying? So me and the listeners are on the same page. You saying the person that took them back because this was a evil that they knew versus something else, right? You were talking about the person that actually took them back, right?
Because they ain't gonna bring a stranger in. They ain't gonna bring a stranger. They don't trust, so they gotta get to know.
How you feel about that?
Like, you know what? Let's say, I need somebody. I need a place to stay. No, I ain't really feeling I want nobody here because I don't really trust anybody in my space. This person was there before, so I may not trust you, but I know you to a degree. I know who you are.
Stay with the person they know.
So see, now when you say that I may not trust you, but I know you. So does that go back to what I said in the beginning of the show, that sometimes people that put trust at the top of their list is because they have low budget relationships, and the people that have high value relationships, trust is not that high on the top of the list. Could that be true?
That could be true. But but my thing is this: you could trust somebody and you can trust in somebody, and they're two different things.
Damn, say that again for the people in the back. I didn't hear that. Say that again.
You can trust someone or you can trust in someone. It's two different things.
All right, give us the two things.
Like I said, in God we trust, and trust in God. Two different things. You know what I'm saying? Two different things. So someone tell you, I believe, someone yeah, I'm gonna do this for you. I believe you because they're telling you this. But do I believe in you that you're gonna do it? No, because you show me your reliability is not trustworthy. So I'm a yes to the death till I tell you no.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Al, how you feel about that trust someone, but say it again. I like that. You can trust.
I could trust you. I can trust someone, or I can trust you, or I can trust in you.
I like that. I can trust you, or I can trust in you. So Al, how you feel about that?
So again, to explain what he's really saying is, okay, trust is on the table, right?
Right.
And because I know you, I know your spirit, I know how you move, I know what you're doing, so I could trust in you.
I could trust in you.
But if you tell me you're going to do something, yeah, I could trust that you're telling me that, but do I believe it's going to happen? No.
Yes. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, my trust goes with every blink of the eye. I see you, I trust you. Blink, I'll trust you. It's real quick. It's real quick. You know what I'm saying? You hit that corner, that's a stranger to me.
Wow. So
while you're in my presence, I trust you. I can even trust in. I could trust in you in my sight. Out of my sight, I don't trust you at all. Because my thing is this: you could be doing you could be doing the backflips and everything to thinking you and appeasing me. You just tying yourself out because I already know what you're doing.
All right, so let me ask you this.
You listen, let's like this. You can make one move, and I got five moves to counter that because I'm ahead of what you're thinking and what you're doing.
So let me ask you this, right? So when you say you're the person that was wronged in a situation and somebody broke your trust, you decided to take them back because you know the better of two evils or whatever we might say, right? You got the history, right? When you take them back, you know what I'm saying? Should that come with new rules and regulations? Are you giving them new rules and regulations?
I'll put some criteria in there. We'll put some criteria in there.
What kind of criteria would you put in?
It all depends.
Just give us three. Give us your top three. Give us your top three.
So let's say I'm gonna put stuff in there that's gonna make them either. So let's just say the person was the cleanest person in the world.
The first one is what? Say that again.
Let's say they were sloppy. Let's say they were sloppy. Let's say they wasn't really clean enough. Where I'm like, yo, listen, you're gonna be here. I need you to clean this. Take care of that as far as the house. I need you to buy stuff. They probably didn't chip in and contribute to the household. The way I say, but this is remember, we're on a business situation. We're not in a relationship. So remember that. This is a business transaction. This is not a relationship. So due to the fact that you're my tenant now and not my smash buddy, here's what's gonna have to happen. Ground rules is you're responsible for this, you're responsible for that.
He said tenant.
And if you got chores. So if you can't do that, you can't be here. But because they need my sanctum to exist for that time, then they're gonna do it until they find another situation. So you walking around cowboys on me until you can get on solid ground.
Until that lease is up.
He say you walking around on cobble.
No, I'm on lease. I'm just doing you a favor. You listen. You kicking in for the rent. I'm paying.
Wow. Well, caller, we want to thank you for calling and being on the pressure check. Please stay tuned to vote for the Chucky's Cut. That's about to come up in a minute.
Wow.
It's myself. Thanks for being here, making history with us. You know what I'm saying? For our 4-year anniversary. We definitely appreciate you on episode 111, man. Thank you.
100%, man. 4 years and more, baby.
Thank you. Yo, did he just say that? So every relationship has nothing to do with trust, Al. WIZZ, it's all about the business transaction.
Well, they made it to a business transaction.
Did they make it, or was it always like that in the Bible, Al? Was it always a business transaction?
If we go according to the Bible, yeah. It was a business transaction.
So then
because
why?
You gave a certain amount of horses and cows to have this young lady marry my son, and then we grew as a family, and then it was just a traditional cycle that just kept going on. It was a way of life for them.
So how did trust get here? If we know it's a business transaction, why are we so worried about trust?
Because in the New Testament, Christ came. And he changed, not that he changed the law, but he redirected the law. And he said that love is the thing that encounters all. So if you love me as I have loved on you and the way my Father has loved me and I've continued to love the church, then you should love on your enemies and you should love on all of God's children. And when we get together in relationship, okay, to become as one, as a married couple, then we should continue to protect, respect, and love on one another and not sin against one another.
So did they try to use the word love to bamboozle people because they ain't have their horses?
I'm
just asking, Al. Is that what it was?
Yo,
I
it's a
want my
possibility,
horses and my mule.
Anything is possible.
I got a question, Al.
Go ahead.
So now when I introduced my lady, I said, "This is my business partner."
Yes.
Don't ask me that. Don't put me in that.
Yes.
No.
Ladies.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
That was in the Old Testament.
Episode
111.
111. But I spoke.
111.
No. Let me clarify. Let me clarify, Wiz. In the Old Testament, which came before the New Testament. Okay? I spoke on the Old Testament, and then I spoke on the New Testament as things exist today. Gatekeeper asked a question. Why does things exist this way today? That is about love. That's why. Not about a horse and carriage.
I want my horse and carriage. I want my 1
I know
acre.
if I asked my mom, she said, "Oh, that's the Old Testament."
So back to what you were saying, Wiz. As per today, episode 111, when you introduce your partner.
Things that you learn. I'm saying, with Kai, I learned date.
Dick after.
And now I'm learning that's my partner.
That's my
When you
business
say my
partner.
They not lying. Say,
They not
this is
lying.
my partner.
It's
When
my
they say that's
partner.
my partner,
It's my
we gotta
partner.
put business behind it.
Business partner.
I'm saying.
And I think I'm gonna go for the corporation. So when everything go down, I don't gotta lose everything. Right, Al? Make it a corporation.
You'll
right?
make it an LLC.
Huh?
Right?
LLC this. LLC this joint.
A limited liability corporation. You ain't gonna hold me to
LLC
this.
this joint.
So that's how partner came out.
Yes.
Yo, this is my partner.
Yes.
See, because you offend a woman
Yep.
or a man, say this is my business
partner.
So you just say partner.
Partner.
That makes it sound.
Because it was an agreement, a contractual agreement in the early days. They took an oath, and this is what they signed up for.
So before you take the oath, you get to LLC first, and then the wedding. We got it now. We
Somebody
figured
bring
it
that
out.
paper. I need
We
a
figured it
contract.
out.
I'm heading on right
LLC, LLC it. Then you go to the wedding.
I need a
baby.
contract. Like,
So
this is
you
a
can be
binding
covered.
contract. You're my business partner.
Yeah, and you know what? And then Anthony Davis or Anthony whatever, Anthony Edwards, you won't be about to lose $14 million or $14,000 a month if you did the LLC first. Blame it on the company. We ain't got the money. We ain't got the money. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going now to Chucky's Cut. Chucky's Cut is our artist independent segment. Like I said, when we try to turn strangers into friends and family, okay? And today, like I said, we dropping a song from the Gatekeeper. New music may be out real soon, but this is just in tradition today because, like I said, when I first got with Wiz and Charms, shout out to Charms, you know what I'm saying? And Venus versus Mars, and then it became Wiz and Red, you know what I'm saying? With they show Love and Lust, and they played my music in support of me and Better Green Entertainment. I want y'all to rock out with me to this song called Scarlet, you know what I'm saying? And tell me what y'all think, man. Keep a kill, but it's still gonna be kept on my end anyway.
Yes, I am. I thank you for that. Stop thinking you got time, cause it goes so quick. That's Ryan Rocker, all black, Movado 1206. Never thought I would be here, all on my own. My back to the wall, no feeling in my chest. Dealing with the thoughts of what's coming up next. Tears on the inside, but they won't touch my face. My mom's blue trial, dad been gone. My faith is so weak, but my soul is strong. I put the tears in this letter to myself in this song. My demons run deep, they be breaking my sleep. I'm close to bugging out, pacing back and forth. I'm looking to the sky, but I ain't seeing the Lord. Only 17, but I'm all grown now. Hood life will chew you up and spit you out. A couple trips to the jail, but that wasn't my route. A couple trips to the jail, but that wasn't my route. I'ma take you on the trip now, Blaze. This is how we got fully loaded, nigga. Foster parents couldn't handle me, they booted me out. G home a couple weeks and I'm shaking it out. Norman ran the house, now I'm pounding them out. He tried to check my little bro, now they moving him out. I'm a beast, but I needed some peace at this time. I got a daughter back at home and she looking for dad. Doing chores in his crib for $1.25. This joint was so sad, I'm crashing so fast. TVs and newspapers making me mad. I gotta make it to the league, always back to the streets. When the devil got a hold, the vision is cold. A pool full of blood, not a pool full of liquor. Hand on the chrome, looking for shells, thinking I should load up and go Colorado mode. The angel is my man, that was once my enemy. A blessing in disguise, just right for the time. It is, man. And you notice how they say it goes. Opposites attract, that's a natural fact. My brothers always had my back, now we chasing the stack. When I was spinning on it down, they was spinning on it up. When I was tapping on the bottle, they was lighting one up. People always looked at us like we was just some thugs. We both on the VI, giving my hugs, making sure the pack was right, talking about the future life. Blaze got me spitting right, he opened up the real pipe. The second of my angels, rocking with me late at night. Pulled from my attic, he helped calm the savage. We classed about knowledge, but he done with me in college. First we packed together, then we rapped together. Kept eyes on the kid, should've bench in the corner. And fully loaded too, see what loyalty will do when money ain't the root. Ain't no space for the misstep when you standing on the roof. I'm just bringing you the proof. Hey yo, keep recording, man. I got some more shit to tell these niggas, man. That's how it is. It ain't all about the hells, it's more about the heavens. They have the have-nots while we speak for the knots. Same niggas on the corners and their struggles ain't changed. Yet they tell you all the lies about the fortune and fame. I rap to ease the thoughts of the pain in my brain. Money is a must, and they know it's a plus. Your life is a struggle, cliche the most. Don't you let it become a crutch like it does some most. You been put here for a reason, ain't no time to coast. Make a couple dollars, nigga, it ain't time to boast. Cause the money comes and goes, it's a natural flow. These waters run deep, they prey on the weak. It's hard for me to see, no telepathy here. Tried to read my palms, nigga, but the line wasn't clear. So I strapped into my fit, started kicking my shit. How I grew up in New York and I don't fuck with the Knicks.
And I'm covered by a starlet's.
Yes, 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 yes. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Behind the Enemy Lines, ladies and gentlemen. That was just Chucky's cut. Make sure that go and vote right now on crowd.live to keep or kill. Or you can also put your comments right in the chats right now. 1 for keep, 2 for kill. Like I said, the name of the track was Scarlet. The album cover we're going to show y'all in a minute. We're going to drop that. Shout out to Cannibal Blaze. And once again, celebrating our 4-year anniversary. Scarlet, you know what I'm saying? It was a reminder. And that's why I thought it was perfect for today's show, because just being up here with you, Al, WIZZ, and all the people that we have here that's been tuning in, you want to be reminded of the blessings that we have to be here, to have a podcast, to be 4 years strong, to actually be genuinely brothers, man, and to continue to grow, man. So shout out to everybody that's been supporting IAXISRADIO, Better Green Entertainment, Behind the Enemy Lines, and the Gatekeeper and WIZZ. Al, we really do appreciate all of y'all. You know what I mean? We want to continue to put out music, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of the songs I did that was dear and close to my heart, that tells a little bit about my history as well. So, you know, growing into the Gatekeeper was a real process. And when I first got into music, that's the story that I wanted to share. It wasn't just about making music to make money. It was first therapeutic, you know what I'm saying, and it helped me elevate mentally. So y'all can feel free to leave comments, Al, WIZZ, what y'all feel about the song and
I like it.
Where we at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the song, man. It's one of them joints you put on in your car when you're in your room, just chilling, man, and you just relax, sit back, and you let the music grab you, and that flow you got, man, is so inviting. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. And then listen to your story, man. It is awesome.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. Yeah, that's definitely ones like it gives me the chills listening to it, and that's what I want music to be like again. You know what I mean? Take you to a place, you know what I'm saying, and you can appreciate where you are and where you're going. So Thank y'all all that listen to the track. Like I said, feel free to continue to vote. Leave your comments. Shout out to Cannibal Blaze in the mix. He produced that beat and engineered the track, and also, you know what I'm saying, recorded the track in the studio. Bang Back Production. Definitely appreciate everything that was going on. So right now we're gonna get ready to end it, but before we end, we gotta go to Red Flag Court, ladies and gentlemen. A new segment on Behind Enemy Lines, you know what I'm saying, where we talk about red flags that you may or may not been noticing in a relationship, you know what I mean? So if you let them back too early because you missed the red flags and then you mad that you had to break up with them again, we're gonna try to help you, take you to school so you don't gotta keep doing this, right? Red Flag Court, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. Welcome back to our newest segment on Behind Enemy Lines, which is Red Flag Court. WIZZ is going to read the question in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you what the prosecution is saying, and I'm going to tell you what the defense is saying. And then you just get to vote simply guilty or not guilty, all right? We not going to debate about it. I'm just going to tell you what they say, and then we're going to go guilty or not guilty, and you get to vote in the chat as well, ladies and gentlemen. So all three of us going to vote in a minute. Go ahead, read what's up there, WIZZ.
The Red Flag Court. Guilty or not guilty? Red Flag Court. Your partner hates every friend you have.
Is that a red flag? This is what the prosecution said, all right? You're trying to isolate me. That's what they said. Everybody I know can't be the problem. You got to be the problem, okay? You don't have to like them. You just got to respect them. That's what the prosecution is saying, all right? Now, on the defense side of things, this is what they saying, Al. This is what they saying. Your friends really are terrible. You got terrible friends, right? You're a Cowboys friend. You got all these Cowboys. They terrible, okay? I see things you ignore because you love them, all right? This is what's happening. That's what the defense is saying. And then here's the great thing, okay? If they disrespect our relationship, I ain't got to accept them. Is it guilty or not guilty? We need to know. Guilty or not guilty?
You saying business partner, right?
I'm saying business partner. We heard in episode 111, guilty or not guilty. Your partner hates every one of your friends. Is that a red flag, guilty or not guilty?
It depends. I mean,
oh, no, he's debating now.
No, I'm just
guilty or not guilty?
Okay, let's break it down.
No, we don't want to break it down.
She hates all your friends.
No, guilty or not guilty?
She hates your friends. She guilty.
Literally, I tried to fool him. I tried to fool her. I said guilty twice.
She guilty because my whole thing is she got to break it down. Is she the problem?
No, we ain't breaking it down. The prosecution gave you their argument, and you the judge. The prosecution gave you their argument. The defense gave you their argument. Friend? Are they guilty? She hates every one of your friends. Is she guilty? Or he, whatever you like.
It depends what type of friends you bring around.
Oh, Al, he's trying to stay out.
You got to listen. See, the problem this is a court order.
Court order.
Right? The court is designed for two things. Either there's a not guilty verdict or a guilty verdict.
Well,
there ain't no in-between verdict.
I'll be holding up.
The jury already convened.
It's deadlocked.
Ain't no deadlock. Get him, Al. There can't be no deadlock.
The jury already convened. They already had their time in the chambers, and now they presented the case before the judge, and now they have to come up with a guilty or not guilty.
That's it.
The reason why I deadlock because that's my business partner.
No,
my business partner
or not
cannot,
guilty.
As per 111, the Old Testament, business partner.
Bless up. Oh, Mikey J in the building. Make sure y'all go in to check out the episode, Top of New York. Mikey J, we need to know, guilty or not guilty? If your partner, okay, hates every one of your friends, is that a red flag? Guilty or not guilty? WIZZ, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty. Al, what you going with?
Guilty.
Guilty. Chucky, what you going with? Guilty. Gatekeeper, you know what I'm going with. Guilty. All right. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think, man. Guilty or not guilty. Red Flag Corp will be having this on every episode of Behind the Enemy Lines. And we want to continue this, you know what I'm saying, and throughout the week, you know what I'm saying. Mikey J said guilty as fuck.
What up, Mikey?
Feel free, y'all, to let y'all know. Any takeaways from today's show that you want to leave, Wiz?
I just want to say it's our 4th year.
4th year.
And I just want to say, I don't call people fans. I call your supporters because you've been here all this time. And I want to just thank y'all for the ride as we keep on going and going. All right? And I learned a lot of things like business partner, date, you know. But I just want to thank y'all for supporting for us, you know. Shout out to Gate.
Mikey J said to you, partner as in spouse or business partner. You figure it out. You just help him out, Wiz. Help him out. What you saying?
Well, Mikey J, go back and listen. You know what I'm saying? It breaks it down. 111.
111.
Breaks it down.
Breaks it down. Because we found out that your real spouse partner is your business partner. And if you don't get that LLC first, they leave them with 80%, not half.
I'm saying.
Al, what you want to leave any closing remarks?
Yeah, I just want to send a blessing out to you guys, man, for always showing up, man, for always doing the work, for making the design complete, man, that, you know, those people out there buying designer goods, they all want a piece of Behind Enemy Lines. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So the clusters there, man, is beautiful, man. I thank you all for just being who you are, man, for being genuine. It's an authentic show, and I'm so proud of both of you brothers, man. And congratulations, and looking forward to another 20 years with y'all brothers.
I appreciate that. Sandy Salter just checked in. Happy birthday again, Mama Love. I love you.
Happy
Can't wait to
birthday.
see you shortly. You know, we sung Happy Birthday to you. Wiz messed up the song, though.
I didn't.
He was off key, Al. We just talked about it. Thanks to IX Radio and all you guys. July 1st, July 31st, top of New York. It might go, Stephen Paul Crime Series is at 1.2 million plus watches, hours, over 1 million. Yeah, I love it. I love the show. The show is dope, man. Continue to do what y'all doing, man. It's a great show. I want to say my takeaways from today is simple. Get from in front of yourself. Let your ego stand beside you, but not inside you all the time, if that makes sense. Sometimes you are your own worst enemy. You know what I mean? And people can change, and you can change if you put in the work. If you're not putting in the work, then the change is not going to happen. You can't control anybody. You know what I'm saying? Control yourself first, and then you'll attract what you're looking for. Can we say it like that, Al?
Yeah.
Control yourself first, and then you'll attract what you're looking for.
That's right.
We appreciate y'all every other Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Make sure y'all go check out all our sponsors that we had today. Once again, shout out to Mikey J. He said the bank's open. Thanks for the support. Always continue to do what y'all doing. IAXIS Radio family. We support all the IAXIS Radio family. Every show from Monday to Sunday, and we'll be back next Sunday. Make sure y'all go listen to the 365 app. We got the music up there. God willingly, I'm going to get y'all the Better Green Entertainment Hour, where we're going to have all the songs that y'all see that we've been putting out there. I hope y'all like my track that I brought to y'all today. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Once again, if you want to be a part of the show, BHLFamily52 at yahoo.com. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the black dollar. Don't be afraid to spend it with us. IAXIS Radio. We got everything you're looking for, okay? Sponsor, come on. You want to sponsor? We're going to make it good for you. Interviews, we're going to make them happen for you. We're not asking for a lot, but ain't nothing coming for free in this world, Al, right?
That's right.
Anything come for free, Wiz?
Nope.
I ain't getting nothing for free. So we appreciate y'all tuning in with y'all, with us. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Behind the Enemy Lines, a podcast we talk about relationship for the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. 4 years strong, and we going to keep going. Episode 111. Y'all just got it. Peace.
Get your game down tight, kid, and ready for action. Get your game down tight, tight.
Now I'm about to flip a rhyme in the air, cause I'm from NA and I just don't care. So beware if you said that you're the greatest. I've been peeping your sneaky ass and I see that you're the fakest nigga that I ever came in contact with. What you need in your ass is a backtick clip from me and my niggas on the corner. Super Mac Ave get hot like the sauna. No matter where I be, no matter where I'm at, I represent my own when I touch the mic. Black from Cali to New York, enough respect due to the scufflers that's hustling the big up for my crew. This is how we do, running the Carolina State. I got niggas pushing weight, it's time to motivate. Black Street University, niggas won't hear of me until some motherfucker murder me. That's alright, but I'ma keep on struggling, keep on bubbling, another day hustling. Flat Street BMX on my side, rolling in the fucking creek ride. Are you crazy? Where you got to be? Cause ain't no motherfucker gon' fuck with me. I love my own peoples cause we all black peoples. 20 Dutch masters make the cipher equal. Used to clinch skills in the whole nation. My creation is the soul, motivation. I'm the element, nah hesitate. When we grab the microphone, boy, it's time to represent. And then I transform to the BRB, LSD, and the DOE. I'm immortal, you're my round to teleportal. Do it like this is the flavor that I want you. Pay attention, sit back and cruise. This is how we do when we start to abuse. The mic bees get slick like grease. For them fake motherfuckers, yo, I got my heat. But I ain't no murderer, nigga, I heard of ya. You ain't scared nothing, your bullshit style is bluff. I'm seeing niggas by the mile away, cause they lost like Gilligan on the castaway. I say, on my island, Reservoir Island, filing, running from Corona. Smoking on the bone, bruh. Can you test me? You bless me? I'ma obsess me with this rap shit. Hit them like this. They don't know, son. Mommy too mine, I'm blessed. I can't believe what you tell. I can't believe what you tell. Ah, she blows. Boy, yell timbo. My lyrical style and make you limbo. Shake and bake. Check the ill style that I create. It's the record, arm legger. Axe element, did I make that nigga sever? Yo, that's 5 levels, bring your 7. Cause I guarantee you will be fucking with the devil. No anti-Christ, my rhyme flow tight. Niggas don't know I roll heads like dice. 4, 5, 6, yo, you hitting 1, 2, 3. Jamaican Ave, nigga, boy, you know about me. But if you don't know, you should ask somebody. Zigga on your chest like a fifth of Bacardi. My God Almighty, and MC's like, they stop. Then I start to come with the hip hop. HIP, HOP, ask LSD about that fat ass beat that he made in the bedroom.